See and hear you.
Oh,
Literally,
good Lord.
I don't need stress from you guys today. It's building itself.
I'm sorry.
Hello there, beautiful souls. How are you doing? Welcome on in to this. One of my many attempts to slowly and intricately destroy the Welcome Inn from the inside. Today, I'm joined by some absolutely beautiful people, and we are going to be adventuring around with some little woodland creatures baking some little pies. However, first, I'm going to hand you over to two of the beautiful people sat right next to me.
It's me first. Yeah. Hello, guys. I'm here to talk about our schedule. Thanks for being here with us today. Join us tomorrow, same time, for Highlight Heroes featuring Mindari. It's their first time on the channel, and we're very excited to learn more about them. Then we have Off the Rails, July 23rd, which is Friday at its normal 7 p.m. slot. Conundrum Company featuring Community M at 6 p.m. that Saturday. And then Sunday, we have Cosplay Ground, a Neverland one called What's a Wendy Bird? That's going to be DM'd by Gothic Fairy, Lydia. It's very, very exciting. So we're super excited for that. Before I hand you guys back over, thank you for funding our community event, which is this wonderful one shot right here. We'll announce our next one soon, but also in tandem with this, we're doing our 10K giveaway today because we hit 10K on Twitch, which is super exciting. So thank you all for being here. You can enter the giveaway throughout the show today with the hashtag 10K to enter in chat. So make sure that you do that. I'm here to show off just a couple of the things that we're giving away today. It'll all be one winner, but you guys can enjoy this wonderful Welcome In dice pouch. It's very, very exciting. A couple of our friends have those. We're also giving away some Welcome In stickers with that. And then our wonderful sponsors that you'll learn about in a little bit, Skull Splitter Dice sent us their new product, which is a metal, this thing could literally kill someone, D100. I dropped it on myself yesterday and bruised. So it's really intense and really great. So we're going to give that away, as well as we can't show it off right now because we want to make sure that we order it in the correct size. But when and if you win, we're going to buy you guys a Twee hoodie. So a super exciting Twee hoodie. You will get one in your size. But yeah, make sure to enter throughout the giveaway. On to you, Josh.
I'm so hyped for this, and it is super good. And we're moving into our sponsors, who we're going to thank, particularly Skull Splitter, who, oh my god, they're amazing sponsors. Again, they sponsor all of our programs. Skull Splitter Dice. And they're sponsoring this very special 10K giveaway, and they're the best. Like, we were like, hey, nice. We hit 10K, we're doing a giveaway. They're like, we have a new product, do you want one? And we're like, yeah. And then that was at Parker's house within like 0 days.
A week, yeah. It was very, very fast.
So very cool. Very much love Skull Splitter. So make sure you're ready to get in on that dice. They also sponsor our regular campaigns. There's giveaways running during those. So tune in on the weekends to those shows to get a chance to win some more Skull Splitter stuff. And then, of course, in the meantime, go to their website and check out their amazing products. Highly recommend them. We roll them all the time here at Twee. Very good. We love Skull Splitter. Of course, our second sponsor is handled by Matt Denkels.
Ooh, fun. Quick question about the Skull Splitter die. Do they have a name for that big one? If so, they should call it the David die, so you can take down Goliaths with it. Ooh, bars. Anyway, guys, Gooey Cube is an amazing product that you can share with your friends. You have so many cool adventures and fun little tidbits of adventure that you can give out to your friends without having to prep anything. That's a hard work. It's a hard job to do, DMing stuff. Matt's going to be doing amazing with all this stuff, but if he was like, hey, I want to just change it up and do Gooey Cube and just pick up a book and read it, he could do that without any worry, because Gooey Cube gives you handouts that show you what you're looking at. You have NPC backstories and secrets you can share, and a whole bunch of fun little adventure stuff. I'm still thinking that Goliath joke, so I'm just going to end it there. Gooey Cube.
Well done, Matt. Bravo.
Incredible
to you.
That was
of course,
really good.
Those of you interested in our shows should check out our Twiki. That's our wiki for the Twee community. It's got a whole bunch of information on all of our shows and fun stuff like that. If you want to find out secrets about characters, if you want to get recaps, if you want to learn about Highlight Heroes episodes, you can go ahead over to that link in chat to take a look at that. It's very good. We highly recommend it. Thank you to Tanner Mythalidor and all of our campaign members for helping fill that out. We love you. And of course, last but not least, the most important thing we want to cover before we hand it back to the phenomenal Matt is our charity this month. We'd like to focus on the ASPCA. For over 150 years, the ASPCA has worked tirelessly to put an end to animal abuse and neglect. They are a national leader in animal rescue, protection, and placement, and your tax-deductible donation will help fight cruelty and make a life-changing difference for animals across America. Guys, before you subscribe, before you go to the merch store and buy one of those tweet hoodies, before you do bits, instead, click on the link in chat or go to the donate button in the About Us section of our Twitch page. It's going to take you straight to the donate area of ASPCA. Just one click, and it'll get you right there. You fill in that information, make a donation in our name, your friend's name, your pet's name, your family members, whatever. Just make a donation. That is where your money is best spent, is making donations. We really appreciate it. We really want you guys to do that. And with that, my friends, I hand it back over to the phenomenal, fantastic, amazing Captain Grail.
Thank you so much, babe. That is extremely sexy of you. I appreciate it.
Oh, God.
Dude, that was the sexiest
Guys,
segue.
I gotta go.
Gotta leave.
It's weird. I
Dangles and I
actually
told
am
you.
busy. I weirdly am busy.
I feel like I don't.
You
oh,
have my
man.
fucking heart, Matt. You have my fucking heart.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hello,
to the
beautiful
races.
souls. Hi, how are you all doing? We're just going to do some a little bit of introductions here. Just share some socials. My name is Matt, or Captain Crail. You can find me on all things as Captain Crail. Not all things, but most things as Captain Crail. However, I am mainly on Twitter and Twitch. I stream Monday to Thursday, doing little goofs and talking about TTRPG stuff and just generally making a lot of really weird. I'm about to describe myself as cerebral comedy, which is the most pretentious thing I've ever said, but we're going to go for it.
That's sexy.
It's a lot,
That's
of weird.
nice.
Just a lot
Stop.
of weird.
God.
Thank you
Stop.
so much.
Get out of here, but
Thank
stay
you
Momo's
here
in
at the same
chat about
time.
to fight Josh, and I think it's great.
I'm in the middle. It's weird.
No, I should be around tomorrow. However, if I'm not, because it is very late here and I'll be completely wiped out, I'll definitely be around on Tuesday. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much. We are going to go to the next person, who is Adam. Mr. Adam.
Oh, that's me. Hi,
Hi,
I'm
buddy.
Adam. I'm also known as Mr. Adup online. That's what I do. I'm everywhere. That's where you can find me. It's MRADDUP. You can find me here on Saturdays, though. But I am starting up my Twitch again, so that's going to be a thing. I think it's Matt next.
Oh, that was. I mean, you do so much more, though. I feel like you could keep going. No?
Do
All right.
I?
Anyway, guys. Hey,
Do I?
I'm Dingles. I make songs about stuff. That's the second time I've done that bit. I'm not going to do it a third time. Maybe I will. But I make songs. You might have heard the "Welcome to Barovia" song I just made after Bo Burnham's amazing special that made me feel emotions. It is on my Twitter. You can follow me there at Matt Dinkins, or on TikTok at Dinkles, where I make songs, and you can recommend songs or comment on how the lyrics make you feel, and then let me know, because that's cool to read too. Anyway, Parker.
Hey, it's me. Hi, guys. I'm Parker Bliss on all social medias. I am a content comfort variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm a cosplayer. I'm a vocalist. But most importantly, you can find me here every Saturday playing Conundrum Company, as I am one of the innkeepers here. You're up, Josh.
It's me, Josh, aka the Governor. I make sexy D&D content on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all of the places I do these things for you, my friends and peers and wonderful family members. So you can find me at the Governor, at the Six and R, one of those places. If you want to find me and yell at me for what I just said, go to those places and do that. I'm also here with Parker and Sean all the time doing twee things, because that's what we do, baby. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you so much. You're using it as a description how it's supposed to be used.
I'm not good at
it's fine.
this.
Hey, no. Listen, you're extremely good at this. We just gotta hash it out. We're gonna hash out the.
I
the
just use it
weird little stuff
everywhere.
us
That's
using
my
sexy
that's my
to
goal.
signify. Okie dokes. Hi, people. We all ready to play some Dungeons and or Dragons?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Beautiful. Okie dokes. When the angels decided there was enough life given to the mortals, they gave one of them enough power to take it all away. boom, spellfire rips through the stone halls, sounding the klaxon of war. An old wizard in burnt robes lays, reaching past 3 young witches to a young man holding a crystal orb in front of them. "Ulysses!" yells one of the witches, staff held out in front of them, their green cloak attempting to escape out of the newly made hole in the wall in the great stone tower. "It doesn't have to end like this! Please give us back the artifact. You know not what you do." Ulysses, the young wizard, studies the orb, his eyes brimming with regret. He raises his wand. "No, you never believed in me, but soon you will know my power. When you pray to the gods, you will see my face staring back at you." He flings out another bout of spellfire at the witches, but as they raised their arcane to deflect, the witch in the green cloak did something that would change the course of the gods forever. But this story isn't about that. This story is about a cooking competition. Deep in the heart of the Haberdashery Forest, a land where forest creatures roam throughout beautiful forests. They dance in their great cities and have legendary adventures. This great adventure takes place in the beautiful city of Petal Blossom. The Titan Sakura tree holds the city around it. Petals fall, coating the city in a layer of soft pink. Echoes of bard song flow throughout all of the branches of the tree, weaving its way through the crowd and yelling the opening of the annual Honey Leaf Festival. Humble folk from all over the haberdashery come to enjoy roasted beetles, curried corn. They play games to their heart's content, or they even watch the main event, the Great Honey Leaf Cooking Competition. The competition started when a great beast devoured all of the food stores of Honeyleaf Town. So the residents took up arms, and after a long fight, they cooked and ate the beast. Now, every year, adventurers from around the haberdashery come to the festival to fight dangerous beasts and make the best dish possible. Our party arrived on a cart coming from Bromble Branch, a beautiful little town who are struggling to get the supplies and the renovations they need for the predicted harsh winter ahead. Everyone has pulled together to help Bromble Branch, but even with everyone's help, they still need 2,000 gold acorns to make sure the town will survive. Luckily, the grand prize for the Honeyleaf Cooking Competition is forest-wide renown and 2,000 gold acorns. Our party is led down the streets of the festival, bunting hanging across roots of the sakura tree that lead them to a tent where a very flustered little mouse is running around with a clipboard. "Oh, hi. Hello there. You are here from Bromble Branch, correct? Wonderful. My name's Shalop. I'm just doing the register. Is Sprocket here? Sprocket, would you like to describe yourself?"
Yes, I'm Sprocket. I am a red panda ranger. You can kind of see on with my clothes, it's kind of ragamuff, covered in some fine leathers, some branches. I got a couple twigs, and you'll see around my waist there's a you could think it a rope, but it's actually my friend Wiggles. He's a centipede that helps me climb stuff sometimes. So you can call it a rope of climbing, but he's my centipede of climbing. He's Wiggles. He's fun. But that's I'm here for cooking. Someone they sent me here. I need to get money. I'm a bit lost. Hello.
Yes. Hi. No. Yeah. No. That's grand. Yeah. I think you're in the right place. Okay. We have Eilette here.
Hello. It's nice to meet you. And you see a very tall Servine with these like large brown antlers and these tiny little like ears, just the antlers covered in flowers, just absolutely like covered in moss and vines and flowers, wearing a very simple little like dress and black or in brown like little leggings and boots around her, and she's just very, very out of place among such small creatures. She looks like she's afraid she's going to step on someone. And her big brown eyes are just, I think I'm here to help.
Oh, hi, you're big. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay, yes, we have you, and we have Sprocket. Okay, and then next is Pip. Is Pip with you?
There's this kind of hunched pangolin creature who is looking the wrong direction to the rest of the party and kind of doesn't really hear his name being called until it's said like the 5th time. And then he and he turns around and pulls a pair of goggles or glasses, these big round ovoid glasses out of his pocket and puts it on the end of his nose. And it's like way too far from his eyes and it makes them bug out into these huge things. And he kind of waddles over to a coat stand and attempts to shake its hand.
Yes, Pip, Wheel Sprocket, Wheel Sprocket, that's his name. Pip here, yes, very nice to meet you.
Over here.
And as he's trying to shake the coat stand's hand, like a few bugs kind of crawl out of the scales that run down his back and will disappear again amongst the scales. You see like very random colored beetles and insects, few of them glowing different colors as they kind of make their way around it. And he's still trying to shake the hand.
Little rude.
Okay. Great. And then last, we have Wilson.
So you'd see like at the cart, all of a sudden, as that's said, you just see a head pop up over the top, and this little peregrine falcon jumps up, puts his hands on his sides, and then glides down. And he's wearing what looks to be normal clothes, just kind of like a normal looking type of a tunic almost. But down his wings, there are metal. It's basically chainmail, basically linked over each other. And he's sitting there, and it looks like what we would assume is like soda can tops that have been changed into chainmail that are sitting down, and so there's different colors and everything like that are like reds and whites and stuff. And so he kind of lands and walks over and goes, "Oh, that's me."
Oh, wonderful! It's brilliant. Well, yes, that's all of you. It's absolutely wonderful to meet you. Let me take you to your table. Himblekin will be doing the announcements to tell you what the event entails. But follow me. And they duck underneath the flap of a tent. As they open it, there's like this smell of baked bread and stewing meats that like fall out of the tent like a tidal wave as soon as the flap is open. You see a lot of humble folk. They're all rushing around, chopping different vegetables and cooking, and just generally in a rush, seeming to like prepare themselves for the event that's just about to take place. As you get to your table, it's a like this really clean, really nice wooden like kitchen board. You have a selection of knives and pan. You have a small grill, which is these 4 pieces of twigs, seeming with like a large leaf wrapped around it that has a small little hob section that you can turn on. The tent, although has a ceiling, you can see when you look at it, there's a slight shimmer. And when it shimmers, you see a whole crowd of people watching you. Like there is a 2-way portal, a vision portal, which is connected to the square of the petal blossom forest. As you all settle in, there is a screech of like a microphone settling, and all of the roof flickers and switches to this really proud-looking rooster who is clad in this gorgeous armor, and they get up to a small seeming microphone stand. They tap it, like, "Welcome, one and all, to the 51st Honey Leaf Cookery Competition." And you hear a jazz. A bunch of people react to the introduction. We have gathered some of the best cooks in the Haberdashery Forest that have come to compete today. So what a show we have lined up for us. Now, most of us know how the Honey Leaf Festival works, but I'll explain for the first timers in the audience. I'm no newbie when it comes to the intensity of war, and this competition is just as fearsome as any war I've ever been a part of. Ooh. Your teams must coordinate themselves in order to present the best dish possible for our 3 judges. The competition is broken up into 4 sections. The preparation section, where you must all figure out what dish you're going to make based on the tastes of the judges, which we won't tell you. You must find out yourself. The hunt stage is next, where you must go into the forest through, and they stretch out a long wing to these 4 different stone archways with these different runes inscribed on them. Or you must go to one of the 4 sections of the forest that we have set up where there is a dangerous beast lurking somewhere. You must stop the beast and get the best slice of food that you can possibly get from it. Then, next is the cooking stage, where you have to use the ingredients that you gathered to make as good of a dish as you can. And then finally is the presentation stage. One of the judges will ask your group 4 questions on the dish that you have created, and it is your job to impress them. You are then scored on your performance. 10 points for the hunt stage, 10 points for the cooking stage, 10 for presentation. And then our judges can give a final 2 points each if they're impressed with the dish. The group that has most points will receive this year's honey leaf crown and 2,000 gold acorns. Right. These 4 separate gates, as I said before, lead to 4 different areas. Will I tell you where each gate leads? No. Will I tell you which monster lurks behind each of them? Absolutely not. That is for you to find out for yourself. Okie dokie, cooks. On your marks. Get set. Bake. Soon as Humblekin bows, these 4 different archways with this portal energy showing these 4 different sections. Some of the more eager humble folk chefs get up and they sprint just into the into individual portals. Then others run back to their table and they start discussing what their next steps are. And now I'm passing it over to you. At any point, I can explain all the rules because obviously that was a lot taken all at once. Shalop will be knocking her out. Locked in, fucking pro gamer. We love that. You can just ask me, or you can go and ask Shalop. However, we start with the preparation stage. So, passing on over.
As everyone breaks away, Pip immediately panics and does his curl up technique and rolls into a ball and just hits the ground and is just sitting there now, completely shut off from the world.
How big is he?
I think he's about maybe 1.5 feet.
She picks him up.
Yeah, so it's a weird. The Haberdashery Forest
This is normal.
is slightly different to actual woodland animals and creatures. So a fox isn't a whole foot taller than a tiny itty bitty mouse. It's only a couple of inches. But yes, there is a tiny little pangolin rolled up all into a ball. So a mouse isn't that much smaller that you could instantly crush them.
Yeah,
makes sense.
So do we know what
Fair.
we're hunting here, or do they? I mean, I feel like they said we could talk to somebody, but those guys ran in there, so they might. Did we miss a brochure or something when we were walking in?
I thought that the doors took us to places.
That is what doors normally do.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought that we were hunting something. I didn't know there was a cooking element.
A kind of long claw uncoils from that, still held up by this antlered creature.
If I might, I believe the first step is for us to ascertain what the judges might be interested in consuming, so that we might win their favor, and then we could decide our target from there.
Oh, that's easy. Can I turn to see if there's a judge nearby?
Yes, of course. Give me a super easy perception check. So you can see.
Oh, I'm gonna crush it. Oh man, it's a natural 20, 26.
Ooh,
I lock in.
Oh!
Phenomenal.
I just feel that's easy. Just turn right to her.
That's it. It's not even oh yeah, they're over there. You're I can smell them on the wind. I know exactly where they are. You ascertain just with your red panda sense that just outside of the tent, there is the judge's holding tent where they are all hanging out and being, and just that's where they bide their time before they come out to judge.
Gotcha. Follow me, and I'm just gonna barrel roll out the tent and just kind of like hit the flap and be like, sorry, hold on. And I hold the flap up for everybody. I don't think I can hold it up for. I'm not that tall. I'm only like 4 feet.
I follow.
I'm being carried by Eyelet still. So.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I follow carrying a small ball.
There are a few like insects that kind of roll up over your hands and then back into his shell. It's pretty part of the doors.
As we're walking over to the judge's tent, I say, tricky thing about judges, they'll sometimes leave tracks on the ground of where they're heading to, and other times you can find it on the sign that says judges that will tell you where they are.
Rocket, what do you normally... Never mind.
What? Oh, yeah. I do a lot of things. I kind of just jump between hobbies every now and then, but it depends. Right now, cooking is a pretty fun thing I've been doing. Hunting, which is another thing. Preparation and presenting has also been a recent hobby of mine that I've gained interest in. I feel like these are qualities of
today?
No, this it's been at least a day, like day before yesterday, before the day before that. So about 3 days.
Have you killed many judges in your
Oh wait,
tenure?
No.
With kindness, of course. Yeah, no, you kill them with kindness. You don't kill them with like weapons or anything. You don't win.
I was so worried.
Yeah, no.
What's happening? If you don't mind, I'm confused. I'm very confused.
Yeah, we're
what are we supposed to do here?
Anyway, hey, I'm just gonna walk over to
the little judge's tent that you've been able to sniff out. You gather that you are one of the first people to get here at all, just because of how quickly you logged like where they would be. There seems to be it's a pretty standard tent, but a lot of the edges are all pinned down. The one normal way in and out has two like big puffed out chest pigeons that seem to be guarding the tent. They're not armed. They're not here for.
They're winged.
For that, they're winged. Exactly. Yeah, that's it. They are fully strapped with weapons, though. So unfortunately, they have. They just have. It's just them staying outside, just making sure people don't go in and things like that.
Gotcha. Just try and nonchalantly walk up to them, be like, "How's it going, guys?"
Yeah,
I'm just here to talk to the judges.
I was 100% just gonna salute them as I walked past.
There's a long wing put out in front of you.
Oh, hey, nice to meet you, buddy. That's a weird.
Are you?
I'm Sprocket. I'm here for the judges to see what they like.
Unfortunately, no one is allowed to enter the judges' tent unless they are the judges or specifically said by the judges. Just so people don't get any ideas of you know what they like and what their tastes are. He gives you a little wink.
I'm sorry. I'm new to this and I might be confused. Wasn't that like a whole part of this?
It is, yes, but you must find that out for yourself. Now,
how do you
we
do
are
that
here
without
purely.
talking?
Well, our job, I assumed. He turns to the other pigeon who looks back at him. I assume is to make sure nobody gets in so they can figure it out on their own. Right? That sounds correct. And then the other pigeon gives a little like, no, you have to figure that out on your own by being tricksy and using your wiles.
Do you mind looking two different directions for just a moment?
Now, I won't be got by that. Not again. That happened last year and the year before. The third time will not happen. It won't be happening, unfortunately, no.
I thought it was third time's the charm. Maybe this time it'll work for you.
I have heard that multiple times. 3 times.
All right, can you give me a persuasion check just real quick? I just do want to definitely see if this idiot...
I'm not persuasive.
I've heard that. In fact, 3 times I've heard that.
That's a 15 plus nothing.
You have a plus to
They
persuasion?
look. You see.
No.
The one pigeon just look toward the other guard who hasn't spoken yet, and the other guard is like, "No, man, no." I'm like, it's the third time. You know what they say. The other pigeon looks back at you.
I look so innocent with my big doe eyes.
I feel uncomfortable by looking the other way, but fuck, third time is the charm, and that's the problem with what they just said. And then and then they both slowly start to turn like, you are right, third time's the charm, and they both look away.
I push Sprocket forward and
Yeah, I'm 100% like waddling behind them.
Thank you guys.
I don't know what's happening.
I set
Feathery
Pip
thumb.
down and roll.
Oh, wow, I hate this! I get nauseous!
And
Feathery
then I
thumb goes
stand
up.
there. I don't follow them in. I stand in front of those pigeons for them to turn.
Sprocket
You
steps in and Pip trundles in behind and kind of unravels a little bit, and he's on his back and he's,
Oh, it'll help.
Yeah. Just push him over to the side.
Thank you.
you three enter in. It's the inside here is very similar to your tent. In fact, you don't see anyone here aside from three humble folk. You see a raven, a hedgehog with these little kind eyes, tiny little glasses, and flowers where some of their quills should be. It's been seemingly replaced with flowers. And you see Himblekin, who is the bigger rooster with the big puffed out chest and the glorious armor. Ailette, what you see, we were after the tent clothes. They turned back and they're like, fuck. Where did your friends go?
Inside.
Shit. That's on us. Inside's on us. All right,
But
well,
it did work though. I mean, this worked better for you, right? Because I was still here.
I'm so sorry. I do have to get them out. You got to make this pot a little sweeter. I can't go back to my wife. She told me not this year.
You
She said not
can't-
this year, Josh.
You can't go
For some reason, that's my name. She said not this year, Josh. Not again.
You can't go back to your wife?
Well,
What?
no, not after it. She hears that I let people in for a third year running.
Why would you tell her that you let people in for? Does she ask that every year? Is that a thing?
Well, she didn't the first year. I told her as like a fun thing, and then the second year she said it jokingly, and this year she's definitely going to ask.
Why do you still have this job if it never goes well for you? There's no problem with the
I'm in a
change in
union,
career
so
path.
they say can't actually fire me because technically I haven't done anything wrong, really, because you know the competition still goes the way it goes. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you've done anything wrong. It's okay.
Thank you. I really needed to hear that. Thank you so much. I really
needed to hear
appreciate
that
it.
too.
Let me cut back inside with the three of you. You see the three humble folk. They seem a little preoccupied just by doing their own thing. Just doing their own thing around the tent. It is just you three and them three so far.
Can I try and do like a Sherlock Holmes time slows down and I perceive to see if they have crumbs on their bodies of like food that they like or things like that?
I was gonna look for food. I was just gonna look for food.
Seeing as how this rooster likes to step with their left foot forward, they like to eat bugs.
Yeah.
I learned that.
I literally cannot flaw that logic at all. You can Sherlock Holmes-esque roll an investigation because for some reason that feels very investigated for me, and to find food. Adam, you can just roll me a perception, just a basic perception.
Hey,
As they're
So you
both
guys have
like
D&D Beyond
slowing down, being really badass, can Pip just kind of toddle forward and say, "Pip Wheelbarrow, what kind of food do you like to eat?"
Absolutely can.
Thank you.
However, time has slowed down,
Cool.
so you are taking a step
Yeah,
forward.
this is like
So, I've been rolling in D&D
Yeah, exactly.
Beyond.
Absolutely,
if,
it is,
If
yeah.
everyone can see the D&D Beyond, That's another natural 20. That's a 24.
Oh my god.
What is wrong with you?
Fucking hell.
I rolled with an advantage, and I rolled a 12. So,
It's okay, Wilson.
100% you see
Sprocket is the
Sam.
definition of hyperfixating on a hobby and getting really good at it really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. After this competition's done, they're gonna peak and they're not gonna be able to pick up this hobby again.
Never
It's
again.
gonna-
One and done.
My brain.
Time quite literally slows down. There is a as the noises from the outside and the joy and the reaching out of the hand as it all dies down to this one just solid note that is held and flows throughout the tent. You see Himblekin, the rooster, picking up what looks like it's bug meat, but it's rolled on a very, very small in a very small like jalapeno or something similar, and from that you ascertain that he likes spicy food, as he is just holding the whole plate in his hand as he's picking it up. The hedgehog, you notice, is picking at some pastries, but isn't touching any of the meat. You don't notice any meat crumbs around them, so you get that they don't eat meat. And then the raven seems to be at a whole table of toffee and carameled, not chicken, carameled bug, honey roasted bug, things like that, as you attain that they enjoy sweet foods very much. With the 12, you spot something different, since you're not specifically looking at them, you're just looking at foods and different things knocking around. Let's give you something here, because I do want to give you something. I'll give you something for that roll.
Also, now I'm holding my shield in one hand, which has like an acorn-looking eye on it.
Nice.
Oh, you have
Kinda
nice, good sense.
He's like
That's very
whispering
strong.
to it, and he's just like, "Do you see anything?" He's like trying to catch reflections of stuff in it.
You see inside of a small bag that the hedgehog has. There is a leaflet just poking out, and the reason why you notice this is because they slot it inside the bag, this leaflet, as they go to grab another one of these vegetarian pastries, and it is a leaflet. It is a leaflet talking about how the difference between something that's alive and something that has sentience, and how the thing that's just alive, like an ooze, has like thought but doesn't count as meat. See that? And that's a very bizarre thing, but that is what you notice, that little leaflet. Time speeds up again. All of these perceptions are perfectly picked up, just as you imagined it. And then we have that little tangle stretching out their hand.
Oozes aren't meat.
The little hedgehog. Oh dear. Oh, hi, hello. Did you get by the guards?
Hello,
That's the
yes,
third
yes.
time.
Hello, Pip.
Hello there. Hi. Well, congratulations on being the first person inside of the judges' tent. It's an absolute honor. My name is Plinko Bramble.
Plinko.
It's an absolute honor. It's an absolute honor to meet you. Thank you so much for partaking. Isn't it quite exciting?
Yes, very, very.
Yes, all of these new budding chefs, all going off to go help, and I get to eat a lot of delicious food afterwards.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Yes. How can I help you?
So, I was hoping you could tell me what sort of food you like to eat.
Now, you know what? That's no trouble. And then there's a no. From the big rooster. No. You must let them figure it out for themselves. Like don't let them. Don't just answer them. You have to work for it.
But I thought we did work for it. Because we came, we talked to the pigeons, and they let us through.
Listen, you can't.
Time
Josh
slowed
is
down.
Always just letting people in. You can never trust them. I feel like we should add in more of a dungeon or some great feat to get to us. Do you understand?
Yes.
And Blinker's like, well, I guess it's. Yes, I mean. I won't tell you what we like, but I'm very welcome to answer another question if you have anything else.
Oh,
and he completely spent, like, looked over his shoulder at his companions.
What are your thoughts on
Ask whatever you want. I'm trying to whisper, but I'm just saying it out loud.
What are your thoughts on non-meat alternatives, aka other living beings that could be meat but aren't meat?
that's what a strangely specific question.
That's actually fascinating. I've actually been reading into things like there's a place called the Mushroom Swamp, and that has a lot of mushrooms that seem to have sentience, but they don't actually. They're more acting on a higher plant-based impulse. So they technically don't count as meat. It's absolutely fascinating read. The only problem with getting those things is the absolutely abhorrent amount of poisons inside of them. You have to cook them. You have to cook them out a lot, and honestly, there's a thing of it's absolutely delicious, but do any of us have the time? You know?
You're supposed to cook those? I just eat them normally. It's like, I mean, you feel bad after like the day, but that's kind of like the flavor. That's part of the experience of eating it normally.
You know what? That's true. Actually, the poison does leave quite a nice level of spice inside of it. You're not wrong, but no, that would kill most people. Your constitution and your stomach must be absolutely made of iron.
I have realized no one eats what I bring to parties. Interesting. I have some thinking to do. Thank you.
Well, I hope that we'll be able to eat what you bring to this party.
That's very.
Yep.
Oh, that's very, very good to know. I think I could do something with that.
I do hope so.
He kind of has already turned around and walked away back towards Sprocket.
I just salute awkwardly and walk out.
Himblekin, the rooster, gives you a proper like, yeah, that's the one. As you leave.
So what
That's
I'm
the one.
saying, Josh,
I
is
like
that
him.
I think that your wife will understand.
I just don't
you-
know anymore because it's so. It's like
There's nothing wrong with changing career paths. There are
I just
other
keep
places
letting
to
people
go.
inside buildings, and it's just because
Do you
they
think
ask, and I
that
just think it's nice.
Do you think that's do you think that's a reflection of yourself? Do you let a lot of people
Physically, yes, but emotionally, no, I don't. And I feel like that's
Maybe we
It's,
should focus on doing that, like, with ourselves and our emotions and how we handle our.
No, I agree.
Go on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Give me a
Josh
lot
thinks
of
this is a full attack on him.
Proceed.
It's not.
It's too accurate.
the other pigeon pats him on the back. It's like, it's all right, Josh. Don't worry about it. It's like, thank you, Sean. And it's like, it's no trouble. Okay, we'll be seeing you too. Like, we'll be seeing you all.
I think my friends are here.
Mission
Not sexy,
accomplished.
man. Not sexy.
They get together in the end, though.
Yeah, he leaves his
Good,
wife
that's good, that's
apparently.
good. I love this.
So I saw a pamphlet in that one's pocket, the hedgehog. I don't know what their name was. I forgot already. But they had a pamphlet and it talked about non-living things that weren't meat because I don't know why. But it seems interesting. And then they mentioned the whole mushroom thing. I think that's important.
It's brilliant because they were very worried, about poisons and such. But I am actually able to do something with that. I can remove the poisons.
Oh, that's the best part. I mean, for some, I guess that makes sense.
I wouldn't say that. No.
You fascinate me.
This
I'm
explains
just
all the
staring
extra
at-
stops for you.
Yeah. Did anyone else perceive everything as soon as we walked in there? That was
What?
pretty. I got everything we needed to
I
like
stayed
2 seconds in.
outside.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, well, Raven guy, he was sitting next to some of those caramelized toffees that were over there, so he probably likes sweet stuff. The hedgehog you were talking to, you were talking about the pamphlet, but they were eating stuff that didn't have meat. And then our rooster fellow over there was smacking down on some spicy bugs. So we got spicy, sweet, and no meat.
No meat.
Hey, and it rhymes.
I-
That's fun too.
Bars.
I think
if you
we
will.
should go and get some sort of mushroom thing, and we can take care of the impurities, but we also need to look for ingredients that can spice it up and sweeten it up and do a few dishes like that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they say that the mushrooms
Sweet
poison
and
almost makes
spicy
it spicy?
mushroom.
Like a sweet and sour sauce.
Yes, that would be perfect.
I like that idea. But which door do we go through?
Oh,
there
we
a
need to
spicy
figure out
door?
the mushroom door. Mushroom door.
yes.
Mushroom door.
Does it mean
Whatever
door?
could it
What
mean?
could it
Door.
mean?
You've lived a life of sin!
Well, there are a
cuts
lot of
back.
people walking. Like that's actually you cross paths with some other humble folk who see you very confidently leaving the tent, and give you just like a small side glance, and you hear a couple like,
Don't let them
How
through,
did they do that?
Josh.
Or Sean.
Don't let them in.
Josh. Josh nods and then
This is
gives
very
a
confusing for me.
thumbs up. Gives a thumbs up, and then Sean's like, "Don't worry, I got it. I'll make sure no one gets in."
What's my name? Ori in the house,
God.
big dog, whoop whoop.
You bad shame on you.
God.
You are very able to go to these 4 stone gates, which does have like some humble folk going into. There is like it is a mirrored portal you can see where you're coming out of or going into, but you're not like it doesn't fully tell you where. You just kind of have to. You can assess. There are like a group of people who are hushed and talking and like pointing to different gates and things like that. There's a few groups like that.
Can I look and see if one of the gates looks like there's mushrooms?
You can absolutely do that. I'd love it if you did. Give me an give me a nature check, actually.
Nature. Okay.
Yeah, let's go with a little cheeky little nature.
That's an 18.
You when looking over the gates, you see one has a one gate seems to go to like a desert place. One of them is like a seaside esque port. It has like quite a large ship with the emblem of the honeyleaf cookery competition on it. There is one which goes to the Petal Blossom Royal Gardens, and there's another one that seems to go to a swampy like place that has a lot of bioluminescence, and you can pretty safely bet that there are mushrooms inside of that last one.
She points at it.
Yes.
That
That's very
one.
good. Yes.
Right?
Wonderful.
And then maybe if
Um,
we have time, we can go to the garden. If there's
Why would we
nothing
need to?
sweet in the swamp.
Oh, that makes sense.
We're thinking with fire, guys. I'm just gonna back out and back
I
into
don't
the
have
one that
any
was swampy.
fire. Oh, don't run off.
Walk back with his finger
All right.
to the
Follow.
swampy one.
There is a small pull when you enter this gate. There's almost like a film that you need to break when you get over to the other side.
Back into it and like turn around.
Yeah, the sweet sense of baking and sugar, when you break through this film, evaporates immediately, and it is thick and like dank. You can hear It's fucking dank. You can hear
Fucking dankles.
fucking dank. That you can,
I watched him
I've
hate
named
that,
something
actively.
after everyone, by the
This
way.
group of
Oh,
5
that's
is
terrible.
absolute chaos.
Oh my God.
You can hear far off chirping of the swamplands and cranes, as well as like a lot of like thick buzzing noises from the giant mosquitoes that this place has.
So exciting.
But when you first step, you hear this loud like, and these swing and of some spellfire just around the corner from you. So you can ascertain that someone has found something worthy of bringing back and are in the middle of fighting it. Now you can go and try to steal that kill from them, or you can try to fight your own.
I think if it's gonna fight us, it probably has meat on it, so maybe we
Well,
don't.
there was also the statement of certain things that are sentience aren't meat, like gelatinous cubes, which does beg the question: what is meat and what isn't meat?
Why? What?
Ooh, let's just stick with mushrooms.
You guys were
It took me a very
gone
long
for that
time when
long.
I wrote the judges in this session first, and I was like, one of them's a vegetarian, and I was like, but they still have to fight a thing, so how
love
the
that.
fuck
Very
the
clever.
debates about sentience and how that works.
While the rest of the party is having this deep philosophical question, Pip has wandered off to the nearest insect. And you just hear Pip start to chatter with it. And as a hedge, Pip can just speak with insects. And he is going to begin having a conversation with the nearest insect, querying about where they might find a large sentient mushroom.
There is
Talking to bugs again.
mosquitoes are a dime a dozen here. There are so many of them. You find one slightly no blood in it. Slightly like bigger mosquito who is like seemingly like looking at all of you. And you walk over and you talk to her. What do you say when you?
Hello, my good sir. Pip Wheelbarrow. Good to meet you.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, Pip, how's it going?
Hello. Oh, lovely swamp here. I've never been before, but I do so love insects, you know.
Thank you. We definitely run a tight ship. I appreciate you being here.
It's so well-
Is there any reason that there is a lot of people kind of walking through these places? A little bit of you're willing to give us a little bit of blood right there?
Absolutely, I do it all the time. I'm a big donator. Honestly, big fan. Just of all insects, really.
We love to hear that.
Yeah,
We love to hear
donate
that. So
away.
how can I help you, Pip?
Well, my good sir. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Ah,
Is a
name.
fantastic name.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
yeah, no. It's my dad's. I'm technically Junior. But is fine.
Could I call you
just me
Junior,
Because
perhaps?
I ain't gonna introduce myself with my full name every time, because that takes at least 3 seconds of time up. Sorry, my apologies, pal. What you asking?
Could I perhaps call you Junior?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Cool, that's easier. So, Junior, yes, we're here, and many of these folks are, although, you know, really I wouldn't trust them. They might try and, try and eat you, so just keep your distance. We're here on...
Shit.
Yes, it's brutal
I
stuff,
did able to turn
barbaric.
to this conversation because
Yes.
I was like, hey, a little bit of blood, but now you're doing some quite deep threats there.
Just to be clear, I'm on your side here. My intent is to come and find something that is not an insect, to bring back to our good friends and present to them as the most delicious and wonderful food, so they don't try to eat you, my friend.
Okay, sure.
But other folks,
Yeah, no,
you might
come
not
on,
trust
I know
them.
some people.
Yes.
No, I know some people. just real quick, pal. Just real quick.
Yes.
I'm trying to ascertain, are you doing like a good cop, bad cop thing? Because you definitely did say that your friends were going to eat me. And
No.
that's
I'm so
crazy.
sorry. Not my friends. Any other? This little group here. Those people over there who are having a
shit.
philosophical
you're good?
discourse.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You
no,
can
I'll
trust
help you
them.
on this.
No,
He's talking about us. He gestured.
No,
He pointed at us.
Wonderful.
He's talking to Bugs again.
Lovely.
He does this a lot.
You just hear.
Got it. Yeah. beep, 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 beep.
Beep, bap, bap, bap.
Sounds exactly like
Scatting.
scat.
Just scatting.
No. These folks here are wonderful, but there might be other
Oh,
people
nice.
coming through. So just avoid. I'm just looking out for you. You know how it is. Yes.
Yeah, cool. God, that still sounds like a threat, pal. Jeez. Okay.
I'm
listen.
honestly, I'm not very threatening.
I
I'm not
don't know
trying
what's
to be.
going on.
And he's like waving his arms
You're
around.
talking about cabbage?
If it's good.
I know you're not.
Fly.
I don't know if there's cabbage here,
He
though.
tried
It's a
to
swamp.
teach me once, but I'm not good at it.
I can't to fly or speak to bugs. I'm confused.
I guess you could
What?
speak to them by flying.
He's flapping
and
his
just
wings, and I'm
visually...
thinking,
No, just the talking thing.
Hey, Pip, how's it going?
Oh, wonderfully! He thinks I'm threatening him. Anyway, so
that's not wonderful.
Hey,
What he
listen.
said.
Hey.
Yes.
Come on. These mushroom guys. I don't like them as much as like I don't like them. You need them.
Yes.
We can maybe sort ourselves a little deal here.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Blood.
I'll tell
for
you
mush-
where the Mushroom King hides. I did tell some of your friends earlier, though. I will warn you, they might be in a little bit of a scuffle with him. I'll tell you where they are. A little bit of blood.
You know what? Please have at it. And he like turns his wrist up and like presents, and like
Hell
6
fucking
beetles
yeah.
like crawl down his shoulder.
Oh shit! Oh hell yeah! Let's go. Fuck yeah! He tucks in to this very freely presented meal. Would you mind fucking
Do I take
taking...
damage for this?
Yeah,
Yes!
you're gonna take damage. You're getting literally drained of blood.
Cool.
That's 11 damage.
Oh my
Is that
god!
is that a normal custom, Pip, that you're doing there?
Oh yes, don't worry about it. Oh, I feel faint.
getting-
I need sugar.
As you're used, you give blood. You've said it before. However, those things are a lot thinner needles. You know, designed
Just
stuff.
got
This is a
stabbed.
full fucking massive ass mosquito that is just stuck its nose fully into you. I do apologize. I did roll weirdly well on that. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't.
Just a third of my health.
He drinks his fill and he's like, oh shit, oh my god, man, your blood fucking rips. Yeah, man, I'll tell you. So there's
Thank
the
you.
Mushroom King.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Nah, man, this shit's crazy. Send you to space. I'm fucking seeing God right now. This is crazy.
My god, are you tweaking?
Hey, I'm losing my damn mind right now. This shit's crazy. If you crushed me, I'm pretty sure I'd do a pretty hefty explosion.
Well, let's avoid that, shall we?
Let's avoid that. Hey, you're telling me.
You don't have any
so the
communicable
Mushroom King is
diseases,
just
do you?
down there. You got the Mushroom King's just down there. You got the 3 guys that I told you about earlier, right? One of them, little mouse, super quick. They were a little sneaky though. They were always washing their backs. Looked like a little bit of paranoid. Didn't look like much of a fighter. They didn't look like they were going to pay attention. More looked like a bit of a guard. You also got a little raccoon, spoke with a lisp. They looked rip roaring ready to go. They were super excited. They were talking some shit about cooking, throwing knives around. And then you got a squirrel, just absolutely chunked up in armor. Now this squirrel I heard earlier took a pretty beefy hit. So I'm saying I'm just giving you this because we're friends now, right?
Oh yes.
Now this Mushroom King is fucking dangerous. Does a lot of stuff for the forest. They can almost like command the mushroom trees around them to spawn a little guy that looks just like him, and that thing runs over to someone and fucking explodes. It's crazy. So we don't fucking see him, but the thing is that he's taking all the, like, whenever he touches someone, he fucking poisons them. So we can't drink the blood because they're fucking poisoned.
How rude.
Anyway, I know it sucks.
Very unneighborly.
That's what I know. I'll give you a lot because I listen. I took way more than I thought I was gonna in terms of your essence, and I do apologize for that.
I
But
do. It's quite all right. Not the first time.
hopefully won't be the last, eh?
All right. I'm going to go talk.
Okay.
That was wonderfully helpful. And you said this is the
Yes.
only Mushroom King. Yes, there aren't any more.
Unfortunately, so you can. Hey, listen, there's little guys you can pick off, but they ain't much of a threat. You can basically just pick them. They're still poisonous, but
I think we
ain't
need
juicy.
the big one.
You know, ain't had their years yet.
Ah, yes. No, we want the seasoned one. Yes.
You want the big guy? Yeah, you want the big guy. Right. I'm gonna bounce.
Stay
And then
safe, Junior.
As this very heavy now mosquito flies off.
Boopity bop, boop, beep it up, squap.
And he turns around and walks over to them.
Hi.
So what'd you find?
Oh my gosh! Just for a little bit of my blood, about a third of it. I found a whole bunch of information for us, my friends.
She cast Goodberry, and like 10 berries appear in her hand, and she just here.
I let you a saint.
Beautiful.
That's a hit point each, right?
Yeah, it's 10 hit points.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so, wow, he's got berry juice all up his face now, I assume.
So, that was Junior, lovely fellow. He told me all about basically. There's a mushroom king. It's going to be the tastiest of the mushroom peoples. They're fighting it right now. There's a mouse that seems kind of roguish, a sort of roguey fellow. There's a raccoon who does something with knives, and there is a squirrel who's quite heavily armored. And I think they're fighting it right now. He also told me all about the Mushroom King's abilities. It's very exciting. It's quite interesting. He can tell the trees to make baby mushrooms that explode on us. And anything he touches does get poisoned.
Oh.
So...
I don't think he'll be able to touch me, hopefully. Pulls his shield out again. I'm pretty,
tough.
Pretty what?
You need to finish your sentences.
You are pretty, though.
Yeah.
It was implied.
Was that the
I was doing
sentence?
it. No, it was... I think we should go.
It's shiny.
I think we should go. I can't fly, and we should go.
I think we might have hurt his feelings.
I
We
think
should
so.
go.
Hey, you gotta start setting limits with your friends. Like, you can't...
What?
You gotta...
Just saying, I'm
you
trying to-
can't let somebody
I'm just trying to be
just
cool.
drink your blood for that much.
Oh, but old Mother
No.
Wheelbarrow always said, give your friends everything.
I
Specifically
worry about
blood,
your
though, too?
limits.
Everything.
Oh.
No
I mean,
limits,
like,
right?
20 feet away, you just shoot. Guys, we should go.
Wilson, are you okay?
Going.
So is the
Pouting,
environment
dragging
that
the
we're in?
shield.
This is a swamp specifically, right? It's
This
not
is
a
a
forest
swamp.
or okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Um,
Let me see.
He's like just pouting, dragging the shield in one arm.
He's so-
And he's like waddling away.
God, this is the wishing well incident all over again, isn't it?
Oh.
As you journey off into the swamp, you see these small mushrooms, which are only like a couple of inches high. They get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, until the mushrooms are almost like trees in this area. They're huge things. And you follow these paths, these telltale signs of just like heading where the mushrooms are the tallest. And the closer you get, you hear more like thoof of arrows, and then like clanking of swords, and like people's armor getting hit, and this like these huge roars as you see in front of you the Mushroom King and the three people that seem to be fighting it. Now, say you're up there. You are welcome to move. I'll give you, before we start initiative or anything like that, you can just have a free movement to wherever you want. But we're also using hexes, because I want to test out, see if hexes work, because apparently hexes are better in terms of D&D placement and combat. So we're using a little bit of hexes. And you can also see the three other people right there. So everyone should be able to move, and then after that we'll roll initiative.
Now, before we go any further, how does this other party look like they're holding up?
They look fine. They look like they will be able to take this fight. They haven't noticed you yet. Yeah, they look like they will be able to take this fight. This They look pretty healthy, have clearly taken some hits. This Mushroom King looks like still fully up, no worries. Will still be able to mess these people up pretty hard. But they ultimately look fine. They haven't gotten into too many confrontations yet. You see that they've like gone in, done a couple hits, then backed out, reassessed their plan, as there is only 3 of them.
What do we think, folks?
We should maybe work with them to help bring it down. They're not really doing much, but we should act quick and call dibs on whatever part we think is going to be good. Do we know what part would be good?
You can take out that squirrel.
What?
Someone's fucking die today.
You 100% see, like, because he is a falcon, his eyes are narrowed in on the squirrel, and he's just staring at it. And he's like, I can take it.
But we got no. We're not fighting. We're fighting the mushroom. I'm just gonna turn his head. I can't reach him. He's too tall.
I pick him up.
I turn the body. The head is just still stuck.
And it's that weird bird, like,
Falcons
you
can
can
do that.
turn it seemingly anywhere and it's still fine. It's just on a perfect swivel.
Wilson terrifies me. He's amazing.
I
Please don't
don't
drop me,
think
I'll
we
fall.
should hurt anyone.
Yeah,
Maybe
we should just.
we could just split. We help it, and then we help them, and then we split it.
If we assert ourselves in the fight here and do most of the work, I think they'll feel bad if they try and take anything. So let's guilt trip them into getting the good parts.
I
Like,
really
I don't know what
think
good
that
bits
we
of
should have
Mushroom
a
King.
talk about.
Is there like a
Never mind.
crown? As a crown, you could put a crown in food.
I
We
don't
got
think
this.
you should eat the crown.
I'm gonna move up.
Rocket!
And I'm gonna say dibs.
Definitely,
Hunter's mark. I'm gonna use
Dibs,
a
oh my
bonus
God.
action to Hunter's mark
The
king.
three other humble folk just swivel and turn to you as you scream dibs.
I'm running past Wilson and yelling, "On your left!"
Yes, you did it! You did it!
Yes, that shit is incredible.
I will kind of toddle
You're
up
damn
behind Sprocket, attempting to keep up with him, like the kid following the cool kid at school.
You think I'm cool?
Love to see.
I definitely think Sprocket is cool.
You
Sprocket,
think I'm
everyone's
cool?
really cool. You're his cool friends.
man.
He thinks he's like upgraded way too much. He doesn't know why you hang out with him.
Aww.
Okie dokie, beautiful people. Let's roll for initiative.
Yay.
Now, I will. I'll just be upfront with things. The enemy team are going to work like lair actions, just so we're not completely bogged down by NPCs doing stuff. They are going to get one of the 3 of them are going to be able to do something, and that is separate from the Mushroom King, who also does have lair actions. However, it will work. Initiative 20 is how the enemy team will work. Hello there. What you got there, babe?
I rolled a nat 20 on initiative.
I fucking love that for us. That is so good.
Okay. The odds
Okay.
balance themselves out. I
Right.
got like a dance. I'm fine. I'm fine. This is cool. This is fine.
Gamers.
Oh, that's
Have you got above 20?
21 with the nat.
You can roll that? That's a thing.
That's allowed.
You can get
That's fucking allowed.
God.
It'd be a 21
beautiful.
off the nat 20, my friend.
You know what? Yes, 21. That's perfect. Okie dokes. Do we have 15 to 20?
17.
17. Fucking love that. Okie dokes. 10, 15.
Wow.
Love that shit.
Great.
Babe, what'd you get? What are we getting?
It's more than one.
And you know what? That's all I'm asking you to bring today. That's all I'm asking you to bring.
So it's a 3 in total. It's not a 2, but I rolled a 2. It's still bad. So I mean, hey, holding it down, anchors, right?
We're doing
They
it.
Help boats do stuff.
Down.
That's a boat term, right, Josh?
Sure, yeah, it is.
That's the most right there, y'all.
Did I spell lair? Oh, it is. Oh, that's great. Okay, so since you're on that 20, I'm going to allow you to have 30 foot of free movement that you can use before your actual turn starts. So feel free. If you would like to another 30 foot of movement, you're very welcome to go. And then, yeah, babe, 30 foot of free movement since you rolled a nat 20.
Okay, as he kind of
you can
steps
position
forward, as he's kind of trying to keep up with Sprocket, he'll trip and roll into a little ball and kind of tumble 30 feet straight towards the monster and kind of come to rest up against this mushroom here. It's completely accidental, and it does not look cool in any way, shape, or form.
Beautiful. Love. Okie dokes.
That's it, Pip. You got this.
I'm terrified!
You can now feel free to take a turn.
Okay, Pip will kind of right himself and get up from prone, which I've just imposed upon myself for that roleplay. And
Love to see
so
it.
he's 50 feet of his mood. He will go... He's going to look into the air and go, Patrick! Swayze, to me! And he'll raise his hands like this, and these two huge beetles that are like this beautiful kind of auburn blue color will flap out of the air and land and fix on his arms as they become his force ballistas. As an
Love that.
artificer.
And it's fun because you attach them to your arms, so your feet are loose, and that works very well.
Yeah, Footloose,
Footloose
baby.
is a film that Patrick Swayze's in. Please, I need confirmation of that.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
You're right.
Thank you.
So he's got
Thank you
Patrick and
all. I
Swayze
believe so.
on his hands here, and he's basically just armed himself with these two beetle force
You're about to make a
cannons.
ghost.
Yeah. And then let me
Hell
double
yeah.
check if this is because I'm
Roadhouse.
An idiot.
Yeah.
Just screaming it out is the reference.
Was it? It's a bonus action to deploy my force ballista, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so.
Then what he's going to do as his action is he's going to. Now, my pretties, fly! And hundreds of little beetles will swarm out of the cracks in his armors and lift into the air as the flavor for his air balloon as he begins to levitate, lifted by the beetles into the air.
Oh my fucking lord. Hell yes.
So he goes 20 feet up into the air with these two ballistas. So he's up there levitating currently in position and hopefully out of range of the enemy.
That is absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to give you this little token right there. to show you
Beautiful. Thank you, my friend.
There you are, levitate. Patrick and Swayze, are they flavor based? Are they mechanical things that are on the board?
It's a force ballista but it's attached to my wrist, so they move with me per the artificer ruling. So you don't have to worry about getting them. I didn't throw it on the ground.
Incredible. Anything else that I should know about your turn?
I think that's it for me. I've done movement. I've done action, done bonus action. So my friend, on to the next.
Fuck
person.
yeah, incredible. The three humble folk, the enemy team, they watch you all rolling. You're all rushing. The squirrel points to this small mouse, like, we mustn't let them get the mushroom before us, no? And the little mouse is like, and they are going to try and duck behind this mushroom here. And they're going to roll to hide, which is pretty fucking strong. Okie dokes. And they, to you all, disappear. They seemingly leave the map. I'm going to place them right there.
Get above a 19.
If you have passive perceptions or
I
anything
have a
like
really
that.
high passive perception.
What is your passive perception?
19.
Ooh.
My passive 16.
They are
14 for me.
there.
Again, that squirrel, I know exactly where it's at.
Didn't even move.
That bird
He
of
had the
prey,
eyes on the
man.
squirrel, the mouse ran away, and his other eye just went like, boop.
You see, you 100% see Wilson's head. He's like staring at the squirrel, and then all of a sudden you just see his movement, and his head just snaps to it, like just full predator mode. Like
So good.
And what you do notice with that passive perception is this tiny mouse that's hiding behind a mushroom isn't looking at the Mushroom King anymore, specifically looking at you lot. And they have their little knife drawn. It is then the Mushroom King's little air action
Mushroom
turn.
dance.
They,
Mushroom King.
whatever could it mean? They roar. They roar and they slam their giant fungi hands on the ground.
What a fun guy.
I know, right?
Oh,
What
you
a
beat me too. I was trying to figure out the best way to get it in there, and it didn't work.
I need to go.
This game is just who can leave the quickest.
Leaving speedrun any percent.
And this tree, this mushroom tree that is next to him, out of it seems to there is another fungi that breaks away out of the base of the tree, and they immediately are going to move 10. They move 10, and you see Pip in it is like boiling over with poison. It's seemingly as it's sprinting towards you, it's like frothing up a little bit. And then it is Parker, your turn, hon.
Okay. So
That's terrifying.
she will. Let's see. Where are you? She'll walk up here, seeing them go towards her friend, and she'll very slowly like pull a great axe from behind her back. It's like weaved like vines, and just like you can barely see like the end of this very sharp blade for all the flowers and vines on it. And she'll very silently, saying nothing, go into a rage. And like almost like it's like seeing the ancestral protector part of her is like you can see almost like extra horns, extra antlers, like this almost like strange like ancestor, like antlers of people past sort of thing. And I'm gonna take a reckless attack at this guy.
Oh yes, go for it.
I would watch this anime.
Honestly,
That is a 21 to hit.
Beautiful, that definitely hits.
Beast stars, but more badass.
And then I'm going to... oh god, I should look at this. There it is.
Stars, but they're all mushrooms.
They're all mushrooms.
Oops, all mushrooms, beast stars.
13 points of damage.
You swing your axe and you slam it into this little mushroom minion, who this boiling, getting more and more ferocious, looking like it's going to explode. As soon as you embed your axe into its head, it and then stops, and all of its poison kind of thickens and sticks to it. As you kill it, it is done so.
Oh shoot,
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, that was my bonus action, my movement, and my action. And then just as a note, because I need to remember this. Oh, nope, it's dead, so never mind. That doesn't matter. Continue.
Adam, it's you, pal.
So you watch as Wilson has done this thing where his head has moved to a different target, and he is going. I gotta check distance. Sweet. After the on your left, he runs up and is gonna step right here in front of him and put the shield out, pull his rapier out. And I'm gonna hold an action. So if this thing tries to get past, I'm going to hit him. I'm not letting him get past.
Immediately PvPing. Love that shit.
He immediately targeted our team, so I was like, you can't. We were being nice, and then you targeted our team.
That's such a valid call, though.
Like,
Yeah, 100%.
And because I think it's because I'm a raptor, patience, I can get an advantage if I use my ready to action. If I use my reaction as like the first attack.
Oh shit!
Is an advantage.
That's such good flavor.
Yeah.
Well done,
That's
Humblewood.
Yeah.
I know, right?
It
No,
makes
stopping
sense
them
because
fucking
it's
grips
what
is
falcons do. Because they literally sit there and they wait for the right moment to hit.
brilliant.
And I'm like,
That's cool as fuck. I
but yeah.
love it.
So yeah, you just see him, and he's 100% kind of standing in a stance where his other wing, even though he has his rapier out, is blocking him. So he just looks like a giant metal like shield almost, where he's holding the shield in the center, and it's like the only thing that's revealed is basically his face.
That's incredibly sick. I love it.
But yeah,
Sprocket.
All right, so I'm gonna move up one more spot because just need to get a bit closer, and then I'm going to hit him with the Hunter's Mark, which I believe I'm in range for it. The big king guy. I'm pretty sure that's close. Blam, Hunter's Mark. So I'm going to reach into my satchel and I'm going to pull out a little lightning bug and some honey and stick it together and throw it in a slingshot and hit the fungus guy. It's lit up with a little lightning bug. And say,
Fuck yeah.
dibs. And I'm going to look to everyone else and point out.
Oh, I love it.
And then I will pull out my longbow and take some shots at him. So, wait, with Hunter's Mark, it just happens, right? You don't have to make a save or anything. As you can tell, I'm a skilled ranger. I play this all the time.
I think Hunter's Mark is just Hunter's Mark. I think you just place it on a beast.
Okay. Just making sure. And then I'll go to attack first shot with a longbow.
Hell yeah.
That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Does it?
Sweet. Okay. Question, because I am a Colossus Slayer hunter. Is this creature below its maximum HP at the moment?
No. Not okay. I do understand that it's like story-wise, yes, but mechanically, no.
Just want to make sure. Okay, yeah. If not, that'd be a later thing. So, I guess if I hit him on this one, the next hit will do it then, because it would be lower than its maximum. Okay, so that will be a D8 plus a D6. So let me roll that, and that's 5 plus Hunter's Mark. 4, so that's 9 damage for the first one. 5 of that is piercing, and 4 of that's bludgeoning. And then my second bow attack, that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, and then this one will be... Is Hunter's Mark only on one attack or both?
I'm unsure. I believe it's on every attack, is it not?
Is it? That's crazy. Why don't everyone
Whenever
play...
you hit
Why do
with a
people
weapon
joke
attack.
on Rangers? That's cool.
Whenever you hit with a weapon attack, so yeah, it's every attack.
Look
Oh
at
my
that shit.
gosh. Okay, that's going to be 6 piercing plus the d6 from this, plus 1 bludgeoning, and then the d8 from the Colossus is another 3. So that's what is that? 7, 11 damage on that second attack,
Ooh,
second bout of
that
attack,
is so meaty. Fuck, we love that shit.
and that's my turn.
Hell yeah. After this, after they called their little minion that I got immediately slaughtered, and now there is clearly a lot of people gaining on them. This Mushroom King is no longer fucking about, and they storm toward this current threat of this beautiful, wonderful deer and this floating pangolin. Okie dokes. Now, let us think about something here. I'm trying to go back to fucking triangles in maths class to figure out if 20 foot... I don't think this hits you. I think you're lucky. I don't think this hits you, Pip. They are going to take a... They raise their arms. They're going to slam down on Eilette. And that is going to be...
You have advantage because I was reckless.
Oh, love that. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll hit. Okay, dokes. That is. As it raises its fist and you like have swung super wide, you see that like your whole back is open to it, and it slams you in the back, dealing 13 points of damage as it smashes you down.
Is that halved, or do I need to have that?
That is bludgeoning damage.
So I need to half that, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Making
sure.
Barbarian.
Then
Whoop.
it looks up at this floating pangolin.
Hello.
It reaches up to these like growing, like raindrop-like just mutations hanging off of it, and it rips one off, and there's a bunch of spores that pour out, and then it throws one at you. That is a
Shield.
Constitution save of...
Oh, Constitution. Never mind. Con
Constitution
save.
as it flies up to you and poof, and you're covered in spores at the minute.
Con save. Oh, I'm good at these.
Con save.
Apparently
con
not.
save.
I lied to you. That is an 8. Let me just double check if
That doesn't make it.
It's a success.
For sure.
You
Perfect.
to this 8. Do you have by any chance like +7? Or...
No, I don't. So you know.
Okay.
Oh
So
no.
that number, can
That's
you
no
add
trouble,
7?
babe. Hey,
So
listen,
there's this cool rule in Humblewood where if someone uses your real name as an NPC name earlier in the game,
You don't have to die?
You get 1 extra save. That
Get a +7.
Pip is floating there. He goes,
He's pulling the book out.
oh, that looks interesting. And it's just like, boof.
Page 69 is
Oh,
the Josh
shit.
sexy rule.
Yeah,
That's sexy.
Fuck, it's
The
right there.
sexy
I'm
one.
sorry.
That's sexy.
I will put that in. I will put that in for next Constitution.
Okay, but
save.
not for now?
Thank you.
Not right now.
Sorry.
I get it.
Valid.
You don't want to
Absolutely
retcon
valid.
anything you've done. It's,
Yes, that is 6 poison damage, and you are poisoned.
You're poisoned.
Destroy the
Oh,
town.
no.
Yeah.
Poison.
Okie dokes.
6 poison damage.
Speaking of that, hey, poison boy, you're up.
Pip, who's going, will use his bonus action to point his force ballista down and make a ranged spell attack at this mushroom beastie.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so that will be the first attack there. Oh my lord, these rolls though. That's gonna miss, I'm afraid.
Oof.
That's a 7.
Yeah, babe.
I just rolled a 2 on the dice.
My lord.
And then, however, not all is lost, because he will reach up with his other hand as his action, and he will also kind of glance at his friend's pocket and go, "Ha! Thunderbugs!" And he'll pull a bug off of his back and just kind of toss it at this creature, and it'll land on the side of its face. As it casts Shatter at 2nd level, I need it to make a Constitution saving.
God.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
I like how I throw a little lightning bug. You're like, thunderbugs.
Haha, same.
I just
baby,
didn't
that is
see
a-
it, buddy.
That is a crit fail from him. So I will allow you to roll the double the damage. Double dice. I'll allow you to roll double dice. for
Okay,
that,
I need
since
a
it
dice
is
roller for this.
crit.
That's going to be 68, my friend.
Have to blow off the top of this mushroom.
Sassy, I love you, my dear, but your claws in my side hurt.
Good though. She just wants to be part of the fun.
Sassy's like, but you got double the damage.
But you got it.
You got the double.
That is going to be 26 points of thunder damage as this thunderbug lands on the side.
Extremely delicious, mate. Hell yeah.
Pip is still like coughing and
Fuck,
sneezing
love
as
that.
there's spores up in his face.
There is a huge crack in the top of its the top of the mushroom that has a name.
The cap.
Head of the mushroom. Cap.
cap.
Thank you. Yeah, the cap takes a huge cut across it as this little bug up it. Is that your turn done? Do we have anything else?
That is my turn.
Absolutely love that shit. After this huge strike against it, you feel, Wilson, the squirrel next to you. You feel just their demeanor change a little bit as like, oh shit, they might get this, and they. I'm gonna let you have it. The squirrel whips out their sword, and they go bolting toward the toward the mushroom.
Not in this household. I'm up. Hit him hard.
Oh yeah, let's go for that.
Alrighty, so my first one's with advantage because of my patience thing. That's a really cool skill. I like that a lot. That's a natural 20.
Oh my god!
Hell yeah.
What is happening here today?
I
He's
had
committed a murder.
listen. I had
Oh,
to
no.
get into it. I had to get to that point. How do I just okay? So it's a.
Oh, that boy is so dead.
Man, what a humble agent.
So that first hit is 15
That was sexy, man. That's sexy.
of piercing with my rapier, and then that's it. 13 to hit.
13 does not hit. One second. Is it just a shield that you have? Or do you have?
No,
I
have a
rapier as well?
rapier.
Yeah.
And he was like, the way that he was standing was just hiding it under it, so it doesn't look like he has any weapon.
And they had no idea either. They were just like, right, fuck it, let's go. They sprinted out. Things like your reflexes are just so snap quick when it comes to hunting and things like that, that you immediately revealed this blade, and before anyone could see it, you'd already finished your swipe. They stumble and fall to the ground, and then like edge themselves back up. Their tail is like slowly seeping with blood. They turn to you and like, oh, I'm going to be fighting like that, is it? It's no trouble. Get to the mushroom, looking at you, and they grab their sword and they swing. And as they swing, their sword like glows with this furious fire. As they go for an attack against, they're like, going to play like this, are we? Grab it, looking at you, swings. As it goes wide and they miss, and they ready themselves as there is as you hear the this small raccoon fighter that hasn't done a lot, but you've seen like crawling up, be like, come on, Caw, that's not how we're going to be doing this. You gotta pick it up. They're like, yes, quite right.
That thing's cute.
That was on me. That was on me. I apologize.
So cute.
The with the swing that ran down, even though because it was filled with so much of this seemingly holy fire, as it slammed to the ground, there was a rumble. The Mushroom King, hearing this roar, kind of resonated it in their own voice, matching the tone of this slam, and you hear this noise repeated and repeated again and repeated, and you hear all of the mushroom trees around you like copy this. And if you are stood within 5 foot of a mushroom tree, I'm going to need y'all to make a DC 15 Constitution check, as all of these poison spores start falling from each of the trees. I believe
this is a saving throw, correct?
This is yes.
Okay, so I'm not disadvantaged from poison. It's ability checks and attacks. Okay, cool.
Perfect. Yeah, there you go. That is Pip, and I believe it's Pip and the paladin and the rogue, actually.
Am I not?
Within 5 foot of the yes, because you are within 5 foot of the mushroom
that
himself.
Is a mushroom.
Okay, I was like,
does it? Yes, my apologies.
Source.
You're good. I just wanted to make sure that I was rolling correctly. I got a 17.
We love that. What'd you get, babe? Oh,
That's a crit fail, which is a 6.
Shit. One sec. I gotta look at the Humblewood. See, because it's annoying, because it does actually say in here. There's a specific bit that says Josh does get good rolls. I don't know if you can see that, but it does specifically say
I told you it was in there.
I love you. I usually do,
Shit.
but
Told you.
not right now.
That's crazy.
So funny.
Oh
It's no trouble.
That's
Hey,
strange.
We'll come back to it later.
I've betrayed you,
don't
Humblewood, and Matt. I'm sorry.
How did you doubt me?
This is that is 18 damage, 18 poison damage, which is how you do not negate poison damage, I do not believe. So it is 18 poison damage, and if you weren't previously, but you are now affected with poison, you can make the save as an action at the end, as an action if you want to do
At the end of your turn, you can try to save against the poison.
You can do it just as an action.
Spend
an action doing.
Got it. Like a grapple.
But there you go. Yes, there you are.
Did I take double on the crit fail, or did I just take regular?
Babe, I hate to do it to you, but I did unfortunately give the Mushroom King it. So unfortunately, yes, you do, and you take 36 damage.
Are you dead?
Pip goes unconscious, levitating in the air.
You,
He's
like,
still held up by
hit.
the insects.
Oh no!
Or would you negate it? They'll drop me.
I don't want to get rules lawyer on you, babe. But if you fall more than 10 foot, it's 1d6 per 10 foot, correct?
That is correct. the item that is levitating me is an item, not a spell I'm concentrating on.
You know what?
you're
You're
just
still
hanging
floating.
there?
You're floating like Winnie the Pooh, just like kind of hanging there and passed out.
I'm just
Did
You're still
anybody
there,
make
honey.
a healer? Because it wasn't me. I didn't. Okay.
I don't even have
Yeah,
potions.
got some.
I can't even fly.
Ah, wow. I was here being like, how beefy should I make this? And I was like, well, we have a ranger and we have a druid. This should be fine.
I have
Oh,
one
and we have
level
an
of
artificer
druid
as well. I
One
was like, this will be
level.
fine.
Y'all, I can't fly.
One level. It was a flavor level.
Well,
I mean, I dished out some damage.
it
I'll
is your
take
turn,
it. Yeah.
bud.
My turn.
It's Ilet's turn.
Oh, okay.
My turn, right? Oh god.
Yeah.
It was a flavor level. I don't have any healing.
Good berries.
Chat goes, oops, all
Good
DPS.
berries.
I forced.
all
Oops, all DPS. Yeah, that's what we're running.
Oops, all good berries.
Okay. No. No, she's. How much?
Josh, how high
do I
up in the
have?
sky
I'm
are you?
like.
20 feet.
I'm within.
There is a tree next to me.
5 feet of
I got
him.
you.
10 feet. 5 feet.
5. That counts as 5.
5.
One
Okay.
sec. Can we get him a little? No, yeah, 5 foot.
Let me add something to my
I want to do because what I'm trying to do is I have a Josh. I have a ramming attack that I can do, but I have to be back 20 feet and I only have 30 feet of movement. So if I back up 10 because
yeah, I'll
that's
allow
my
it.
issue.
You can back up 10. You will take opportunity, but you can definitely do that ramming attack. That's no trouble.
Trying to figure out if that would be a good idea or not. You know what? Yeah, fuck it.
Life's worth living, innit?
Feels,
Risks
it
worth taking, let's
feels
go.
right. It feels like what
Hell
she
yeah.
So she's gonna back up a little bit. I'm not gonna worry about moving it, but she's gonna back up and then in just a really she's very angry and very silent, but she will run full force with her antlers towards this mushroom king.
Fuck yeah, let's go for it. That's so sick.
So yes. Okay, so I'm making sure that I'm reading this right. Okay, and my strength modifier, and then okay, so that's a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and then I do because I back.
Josh, you want to know what's the funniest thing?
Yeah, baby.
I've DM'd on this channel 3 times. You've played in both of my games, and I have downed you twice.
Every time.
Downed you twice within the first round of combat as well.
Here's the thing. I should not be allowed to play squishy characters because I play Brothos. And so I approach every
ran into
conflict
the front.
like Brothos.
Plus
I'm dumb. This is not on you.
Big Brothos energy.
Yeah, but
13
Oh,
points of
That's it.
damage, and then
Nice.
what is this classified as? Size wise?
This will be a large creature.
Okay, cool. They must make a strength saving throw against my. I'll give you my DC as soon as I remember. So it's plus 3 plus. Hold on, 6 plus 14. So it'll probably make it, but
It unfortunately does. It rolled
Yeah.
a 17 plus
Yeah.
its
shoot.
thing. However,
Oh.
you
It doesn't get
slam your
pushed
horns
back.
into it. It doesn't get pushed back, but you do slam your
Yeah.
horns into it for a pretty chunky amount of damage. That's nothing to say anything about. Is that your turn?
Yes, because I still will remain in rage. So yeah.
Beautiful. Wilson. What are
All
we doing,
right.
pal? How are we doing this?
That's a great question.
Let's bring it home, pal.
I know. I want to go save my buddy in the sky, but I can't.
No one can
We'll
reach
know-
him. You can slingshot his dumb ass balloon and have him fall.
Funniest thing, raptors can't fly. They did not get a fly speed. They have a glide speed, but I'm
They
wearing
have a
heavy
glide.
armor.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
wearing
none of the
heavy
Humblewood
armor.
characters can fly, unfortunately.
But
Yeah,
what
okay.
what I was gonna do, is I'm going to. You see Wilson, after doing his quick strike and seeing all of this, again his head is doing the predator thing where it's snapping to everybody on the field really quickly, because he's observing everything as fast as he can, and realizes that they just have to focus the big king, so he's gonna dart over and start stabbing at the king
Let's
with
go.
his rapier.
Hell yeah.
So,
You see the squirrel flinch as you dart toward him.
good. Miss next time too. So the first one was a 10, so I bet you that doesn't hit.
10 unfortunately doesn't, know.
Okay. Second one.
Our rolls.
Yeah, that's a 1, so I definitely miss.
Our rolls.
That's it. You run up and
Hit the
like
squirrel again.
Paladin flinches and
Yeah.
and
I
you're
think
like,
I think I had the scroll moment where I'm staring at him but doing this, and then I realize I have never touched him once in that little.
It's the full
flurry,
6
and I'm
seconds where you're both like,
Oh man.
We're just straight up.
and a full 5 foot away.
Oh,
Expert
yeah.
swordsmen. They're moving so fast it looks like they're not even hitting each other.
This is it.
And
Both of you
antlers
both of you
deep
sheath
into
your
this
weapons.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right
You guys
next
are
to
anime
them.
sword fighting with your lightsabers.
Both of you are gonna sheath your weapons, and this thing is gonna fucking crumble. It's gonna be like.
It's already dead.
Um,
Dice
Beautiful.
up for
Is that your turn?
Yes.
yes,
I'm gonna
beautiful.
go back
Sprocket.
into the
What we got?
Okay, so in terms of speed, I have a walking speed and a climbing speed. I would get one or the other if I'm trying to do something, or is it all together? How does that work?
Let's go all.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to let me get the thing that lets me move. 5, 10, 15. Get right below my friend Pip, and then I'm going to unwrap Wiggles from around my waist and say, "All right, buddy, showtime." And then throw my my centipede, my rope of climbing, up to Pip to latch onto his balloon. I don't know if it's gonna if I would be able to climb up to him or if I would pull him down. What would be in terms of I don't know how much weight the balloon thing can have. 'Cause we're not the same size.
You are welcome to do either. Actually, if you wanted to pull him down, it would. You know what? Let's do a trade-off. Climbing is quicker, but is harder to do, and pulling him down is slower. For example, pulling him
more
down will
secure.
take like not a full turn, but you won't be able to do much after.
Yeah, I will. I'll try and climb. I'll climb.
Yeah, go for it.
And go up.
I love this.
Let's just go
So-
with a. Let's go with a strength or dex, like, athletics,
go.
acrobatics check. Super low DC. I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh man.
Let's go with a.
Yeah, I
10.
will. Okay, here's what I'll do. Because I'm going to use the rope, and he's going to, because you can knot the rope and shorten the distance, but it's only like 20 feet up in the sky, right?
Okay.
How high are you?
I'm on
Josh?
20. Yeah.
He's 20.
20. Okay, cool. So yeah, he's going to, instead of using the knot ability just to give myself advantage on the athletic check, he's going to wrap himself around Pip, and then his centipede legs are going to like lock out like little ladder step stools. So I can just
Fucking
climb up.
amazing, mate.
And give myself advantage with that. And we'll give that a go. And I have a -1, so we'll see. Hopefully this advantage helps me. Oh no. It was almost an 18. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Can I ask? Can you roll with other dice? Like, real dice? Like, can you,
But okay,
can
you gotta imagine I rolled back-to-back nat 20s at the beginning though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
That's
and
true.
now it's
This is the- I
balancing,
have
so
to
you
commit. I
gotta
have to
no.
commit.
The universe
have to commit.
is weaving itself
Oh,
back.
God.
Literally,
They're friends to the show. We love them so much. They
What's
should just-
happening?
Adam Denkles and
Okay.
I have all rolled nat 20s before combat, and now we're paying for it.
Yeah.
No, I rolled 1 in combat.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
No,
That
no,
is
no.
true. You know what? Let's have fun with this. You do climb. You climb a lot of the way. You get
Sick.
to the balloon, but just as you reach out for Pip, the centipede does a little scat da da da, because all bugs speak in scat now. That is canon. And
Squeeze up that
the centipede weaves and falls. And can you really quickly make me a dexterity saving throw? Just like real
Oh
quick.
yeah, that I'm good at. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. 12.
Hey, listen, that's fine. You land on top of the Mushroom King. You grab one of the rivets that was made in the shatter,
Oh,
and you
no.
are currently bucking bronco, fucking riding this dude as you
Cool.
fall on. It's like 12-ish foot high, so you're able to reach. You're able to reach Pip. However, you are riding. You are riding the Mushroom King.
Sick. I'll point over to the raccoon, and I don't think I can see the mouse, but the squirrel, and be like, "Still got dibs. I'm busy." And then I'm gonna reach over and just kind of bop him on the head, and I'm gonna do Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Hell yeah.
And let's heal you up. Hopefully, I roll good on this. This will be nice to roll
Please.
better on. Oh, sweet, 2 6s. 15 in total.
Oh.
There you go. Boom.
Look at that shit. And now you're on top of the fucking Mushroom King.
Hopefully,
Those
smacking
poor
your head
holes,
makes you
mate.
drift away. Just
You can't push.
that is my turn.
Hell
Now,
yeah.
bro, those.
I'm alive.
Back up again.
Where am I?
Alive.
Oh, right.
The Cure Wounds is a salve. It's basically dirt, honey, and some sticks I found, but it's got some smelling salts on there too, and it's on your nose, so
Oh,
helps you wake up.
quite delightful. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Dirt, honey, and some sticks I found.
And smelling salts, it's in there
That's
too.
my favorite.
Rangers.
Honestly, I think that's my favorite combination of.
Hey, I would have
things
had more
to-
time had I not been able to not climb the rope, but this was last minute. I had to do what I needed to.
I just love the statement of these sticks I found. Like you were just like, I don't know.
On the
Put
way.
them
Some
together.
shit.
Very important
Sounds like
question
shit in
for
my
me.
pocket.
Is this rope of climbing
Uncle
still
Grass back
attached?
there, that
Like,
works, right?
Am I still a balloon
yeah.
floating in the air with
Yes, very
a
much.
string now, a rope attached to me?
Yes, very
Beautiful.
much so, yeah.
Cool.
And it's knotted, so if you do try to climb down it, but you're floating, I don't know if that makes a difference. You have advantage on using the rope with the knots in it.
Oh, nice.
It is now your turn, Josh. Little old Pip.
It's Pip's turn.
Pip's turn.
Okay. The force ballista's still there. I'm not unconscious. I should probably undo that. I did not expect to be conscious already.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sprocket. You're a hero. Force ballista, bonus action, range spell attack.
Fuck yeah, gamer. Let's go, mate.
At disadvantage because I'm still poisoned.
Yep.
That would be a 14.
That unfortunately does not hit. I
Okay.
apologize.
And then...
That was your bonus action,
That's my
correct?
bonus action.
You can try and get your body off poison. That's an action.
I really could do that. Or...
Oh, Josh, do
What?
WWJD.
Or
That's what
or...
That's what it means.
Yep.
The true word.
He would
That's the
question-
twee one.
He would question whether his wife would be mad at him for letting people in to see the judges.
How she is.
You can ask cats in the audience.
How tall is this Mushroom King? 10 foot, 15 foot, 20 foot?
yeah, about between that you can gather. So
About-
let's say
Stack on
like
an extra
12.
4 feet. I'm there.
Is 15
Yeah.
feet?
19 now.
Well, let's go about 12 foot. 12 between 10 and 15. I think I said 12 earlier, so unfortunately we have to canonize it.
Got it. Then screw it. Mushroom King. I'm gonna go ahead and raise the second, so this is Patrick. And it opens its mouth. And I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack with it. As it vomits a ray of fire out of its mouth. As I cast
incredible.
Scorching Ray.
I'm
Let's
sorry. What?
fucking go, mate.
That is a 21 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
Okay. So that's 2d6 of
don't-
fire damage.
You don't have to roll for each individual ray if it's all targeted toward the same beast, right?
Oh, that's right. It's 3
Or
rays.
do you have to roll? Yeah.
I think you have to roll for
You
each
can
one,
hurl
but I
them
don't
at
know.
one
I think
target
you have
or
to roll for
several.
each.
Okay,
think
so
maybe it's if it's
first one is a
different
hit, so I'm
targets.
going to make the second one. It is rolled to hit for each one.
Okay.
It has the disadvantage still because of the stupid... That's going to miss with the disadvantage.
Okay.
And then the third one... Better, that's a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so that's 4d6 total.
I duck and dodge the one that missed.
Fires wide.
Oh shit, yeah. That's a good point.
16 points of fire damage.
As your, who is this? Is this Swayze? Swayze
This
doing
is Patrick that
Patrick.
did
This is
this.
Patrick. As Patrick throws up these small bolts of fire, as the Mushroom King roars and moves back, you see that it does a little more than you are used to in this. You assume that it's vulnerable to fire.
There we go.
That altogether is far more.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
As it roars and pulls its head back, I do unfortunately need Sprocket to
Easy.
make another dex save.
Cash money in the bag. Watch it. I'm not even gonna look at it. I have to look at it though. It is 23.
Fuck yeah.
Heck
It
yeah.
flings its head back, and as it does, it throws a spore out, which flies off and then poof against the back wall, which you assume was meant to hit you. However, as it flings its head back, you purposely slip early and then grab onto the side of its head. as
Oh,
you're
but
still
that's not
riding
how
it.
this works.
Now, you hear a scuttering and a run. Just on top of some, because this is in a small, not cave, but there's
Divot?
these like natural. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You hear some scuttling above you as you see this little raccoon running, getting ready on all fours,
hello.
jumping to the mushroom tree that is there, and making it and getting onto the mushroom tree, and then preparing themselves to jump on and try to shoulder barge Sprocket off.
Just look at him dead in the eyes, saying no.
You
Yes,
called
man, You
dibs.
gotta honor the dead.
It jumps towards you, and you pirouette almost to the side as it got a nat 1, and it flies straight past you and lands on top of the squirrel as it tries to shoulder barge you and falls on top of them. I don't know how I've accidentally made the Three Stooges, but I have made the Three Stooges as these motherfuckers rolled 2 nat 1s now. It just eats shit as it flies past you off of the other side, and then
That's what you get.
just on the ground.
I now really want the last one to just walk up like what? Full Three Stooges. Wow.
The Mushroom King readies itself, stands tall, and then shudders, and there's a bunch of these green spores that fly out from it. You feel, those of you who are attuned to healing, that throughout its lair, its area, healing becomes far less effective. As it attaches itself to your salves and little bits like that.
Yikes.
This
No, those
bitch.
sticks aren't gonna be the best.
Oh no.
You gotta get new sticks.
They're
Can
contaminated.
I get new sticks?
Gotta get new sticks.
Damn, these sticks are weak and trash now.
Those are just twigs.
It's you,
We'll
pup.
never heal.
Oh God, did you say it's me?
Yeah, pup.
Okay. So I imagine, because you said that it like stumbled back. I like to imagine like her like just pulling back and being covered in like this like whatever it bleeds, like green, whatever it is.
Yeah, this like thick purpley poison.
Yeah, just
type
like
thing. Yeah.
poison on her antlers and like in the flowers, and she just turns with this like silent "you've done something wrong" look to the squirrel and her friend, and just quietly goes, "Could you please help or get out of the way?" And I'm gonna reckless attack it.
I'm so
Oh
scared.
fuck yeah.
I'm
Hell
not
yeah,
even
let's
there.
go.
I'm scared.
16 plus 6. So what is that? 22.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, you hit it.
Okay. And then let's see. That's 11 on the die plus 2 because of the rage, so 13 points.
Fucking amazing.
Uh,
Yeah, this strike into it. It's looking bad. Like you can see, its like color is draining from it. It doesn't seem like as agile and able to stand as you fucking rip your axe into it. Yes, take a lot of damage. Just feel a little bit of pain now.
Yeah, and I think she'll pretty much stay where she is. She'll just like move further into its space. But
oh yeah,
like a boss.
Okay, dokes. Wilson, what are we doing, pal?
So, question: this space right next to me, is this? Would I be like under the mushroom? Like, is there space under there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you watch it as Wilson kind of. I'll take an opportunity, Zach, if this thing's gonna try to swing at me. But Wilson is gonna shift to this space, and is gonna ready an action for if either one of them tries to go for the mushroom now, because he's just gonna start going for them and trying to disrupt them.
Nice. Cool.
It like, I think with a grapple, he's gonna just try to like wrap his wings around them really quick so they can't like move from their position to like swing. So I'm like gonna ready a grapple to like just snatch one of them if they go for it.
Hell yeah. You dodge out of the way of its opportunity attack. Its wild swing as it swings out. That's beautiful. And then you've readied your action in case these little dumps do something. I also remembered that I did in fact miss this fucking giant boy's turn last turn.
Oh boy.
It was a layer active. Yeah,
it was a layer action that I did, and it wasn't actually a turn. So, unfortunately,
hit me.
I'm going to take its action, and then Matt will take his turn, and then it's going to take its actual action for this turn.
Oh god.
I will, because I forgot it. I will have it roll at disadvantage with all of its things now, because it did a dumb move and it forgot, and now it's just going to swing wildly.
Have that effect on people.
Speaking of. What it's going to do is it's going to swing wildly. It's going to swing wildly at Eilert, who is cracking it up a little bit.
No.
All good.
That is a 14 to hit.
It hits it. Exactly.
Okie dokes.
Beats it.
Damn.
It's okay. I still take less than you
and
do.
then that is a 14 damage, 14 bludgeoning damage.
So it takes it to
that is
7.
half to 7. Yep.
Or 10.
And then it is it's just going to take another attack because I'm not going to do anything fancy with it. And then that misses. Now it is Sprocket's turn.
All right, so on his back, I'm gonna. I have my longbow back in my bag here because I was climbing the rope. I'm gonna pull out my 2 short swords and just flip them down and just start stabbing into the back of this.
Hell yeah!
And just go crazy, all with keeping eye contact with the raccoon calling dibs. I shall take my first attack with the short sword, and that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
All right, so that'll be, I'm going to add 3. So I have D6 for the Hunter's Mark, D6 for the sword, and a D8 for the Colossal Slayer. Hiya! And then I add 3 to that. So that is going to be 15 for the first hit.
2 hit.
To
hit?
Well, no,
15
no, that
to
was
hit?
damage. That was damage
That
for
was damage.
the first hit, yeah.
And
And
it's
then
7 seconds.
second attack is going to be a... it's a 15 to hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Does not hit. Okay.
not
And
hit.
then I'll use my bonus action to do 2-weapon fighting and do another bonus action.
Hell
hit.
yeah, let's go.
That's even worse. That's a 7.
Rip. No, unfortunately that doesn't hit.
And that's everything I can do.
Yeah, grand. Losing ground, you feel that this has like one final attack that it has left in it before you can claim your delicious foodie prize. It grabs a whole bunch of these teardrop poison balls in front of it, and it slams its 2 fists together. The reaction almost causes a blinding explosion as everyone within 5 foot, which is everyone,
Except for the mousy boy.
you have to make a DC 15 con save, or take some damage and
Sick.
become blind.
Does it involve poison in any way, or is it blind specific?
It's poison damage.
Okay.
It's poison damage and gives you the effect of blind if you fail it.
Okay, because I have advantage against
24.
poison. So would this give me advantage on the con save?
No, because this isn't a poisoning move. It's just all of its moves
Gotcha,
naturally
okay.
give poison.
Sure.
Blind.
24. I'm fine.
Beautiful.
21.
I'm blind.
7.
Hell yeah.
I'm switching out
Everyone.
dice.
I got a 9 plus 4.
Oh.
Everyone who does not meet the 15 con save takes 12 damage and becomes blind. Everyone who succeeded it takes half damage.
Half damage, okay.
Yeah, it's poison.
Poison damage, yes.
So I'm resistant to poison. Would I take half of that?
Yes, you would, yeah.
Cool. 3.
Nice.
I need to make a con save for the Hunter's Mark, which is 3 damage. So it's at 10, right? Or
Yeah, it'd be DC 10, base DC.
DC 10. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
buddy!
Matt.
Oh man, I'm
no.
the best.
Love
Oh
that.
no.
This little electrical bug
That
after
little
this whole
bit,
blind thing,
little
it's just
bit.
like, ah, no, and then,
Sorry, Sparky.
oh no, sorry, it doesn't say no, goes, ah, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, and then boom, it's gone.
It's my
Oh, Sparky, wait, come
Just
back. No.
love it.
This
Gotta find another one.
Okie dokes. It is Pips.
Pip is blind, and he's just gonna wildly let off a shot with the Force Ballista. Because he's
I'm going
Pip.
to tell you now,
Oh god.
because of the fact that Sprocket is on top of this, if you miss, you will hit Sprocket.
Please, do your best.
He doesn't know, so
I don't know.
Just do
But you
it.
are a pro gamer, and you wouldn't
Do
know
it.
that.
Do it.
Okay,
You
well, I'm
can
not
roll
hit
gonna.
him.
I'm not
high.
gonna
Do it.
cheat. I'm just
Go
gonna
for it.
do it.
Just do it.
I'm
I
just
think
informing
it's
you,
Roll the
literally
Zol killer.
he
someone
goes,
who's
I
done
can't
this
see.
before.
Yeah. Roll the
You
Zog
would
killers.
know that there is a chance that you could hit because you saw the layout, so you know this.
Okay,
and I'm
before.
letting you
Okay,
know that around.
okay.
Did you say 4?
No, not a 4.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'm just.
okay.
I'm contemplating my other options here.
Do the fire thing again. Shoot out 3 more beams. I'm down for it.
I don't want to kill you. I also don't have that spell left.
I'm fine.
I have
Wow,
been
like I
missing
didn't
a
get
bunch
touched
of
this
damage
entire
like a
time,
fool.
and then 3 damage makes me lose concentration on my spell.
I've been missing an extra D8, but that's okay. I will still take the shot.
Do it.
Do it.
Let's go, mate. Let's go.
Disadvantage.
Live like you're dying. Love this shit.
Can't waste to force feed one of you.
I rolled a
victory.
19 out of 20.
That is
Hey!
fucking amazing. That is so sick, dude.
Let's go.
That is
Yes.
so
That's
sick.
Okay,
That's
so
dangerous.
on the
Rise
19,
up.
that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, dude, you hit.
Woo!
Do it, do it.
Clarify if I get that one thing on this, because I've been missing my D8s on the Arcane Firearm Specialist thing for spells, but I'm trying to figure out if you get it on your artillery attacks as well. Sorry, guys. I apologize, artificers.
That's no trouble.
You're
Oh, you're
good.
good. I'm happy. You're not hitting me. I'm fine.
Yeah, that's true.
Matt's still living in
I'm living
bliss.
my best life.
He's that sucker.
I'm just imagining if it had hit you being like, no, Sparky, and then it just hitting you.
I tried to reach out to grab
Wait, what?
Sparky and just.
One of those slow-mo moments where it's just like, no.
I critically analyzed my damage that I'm taking. Oh, I hit my shoulder blade every blues for 6 weeks. Never recovered.
I think
Oh,
he
no.
broke my
I don't know. I can't find it, so I'm just not.
collarbone.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I know it's in there, but I can't remember. Oh shit! That is 10 points of force damage. Let me just.
Sure.
Beautiful.
I'm rolling the right.
Guys, we're gonna have to kill these squirrels and raccoons after this.
Or
No problem.
intimidate them.
Hey, no problem.
You are so ready.
I don't like
Optical
how ready you
crackdown.
are.
You're just very, very ready to kill them.
10 points of force damage, and if it's a creature, it is pushed 5 feet from me.
I would love for you to tell me how you killed this thing.
Yes!
Blindly,
Blind.
he's kind of come back up, and he's like,
that 1920, mate.
"Thank you so much, I appreciate." And then he gets hit again and can't see, and he's, "Oh my lord, what's going on?" And he'll just fire off this force ballista randomly, and it just goes straight through this thing's like upper cap.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's like right between Sprocket's feet. There's just this burning hole.
Through it, and you see it fucking. God, we talked about this before, and I know you don't like Lord of the Rings because we mentioned it, but you know in the Lord of the Rings movie when Legolas kills the troll and it
it's so cool.
and then falls
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
It's that you're like
Hey,
riding
look,
it
and
as
it's a
this shot-
ranger on top. Doing it.
Yeah.
Did I get him?
I just didn't do anything.
What's happening?
Falls down
The
dead.
damage.
What? Hello? What's going on?
We are now outside of combat.
Are we? I'm gonna look at that squirrel. What's he
I'm waiting
Oh,
for this
that's
raccoon
true.
and squirrel to.
You know what?
move.
I'll leave that to you. Do you want to be outside of combat?
Do they want to be outside of
Yeah,
combat?
so I
would.
want to see if they.
Can we roll like an intimidation?
I'll grab one of them.
I'd love
if
to
they try.
You know what?
Intimidate the
Yeah,
squirrel.
let's roll. You know what? We're gonna do a group skill check here. We're gonna roll a group intimidation.
Not
yeah.
you.
They've done a
Let's let
lot of
Parker
bad
do
shit.
it.
Listen, they've done a lot of bad shit. It's gonna be group DC 10. Considering you killed it,
Oh, I have intimidation. Good.
I
you
called dibs.
fucking.
I
They
slashed
did
one of their
terribly.
tails.
So we're all doing it, and the DC,
Everyone
like the
do
average
it, and
has
then it'll
to
be the
10,
average.
Or... Okay.
Yeah. Let's do if 2 of you beat 10.
Okay.
If 2 of
Okay.
you beat 10.
Okay,
we'll
so
go
just
for it.
2 of you guys beat 10.
I
I know I'm
literally
not gonna
need-
beat 10.
I literally need to roll above a 6. That's all I need.
15.
Hell
6.
yeah.
Wait.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh.
So good at this
11.
game. Hey, look at that.
I rolled an 18 plus 6.
Cash money.
yeah.
Right, there's literally no hassle in this. This thing falls, you turn, and they're like, hey, no. We're all good.
Can I, for flavor, as they're all glaring at the enemy, Pip's still spinning, rotating blind, and he lets off another rogue shot and it hits a tree and the tree like collapses behind him.
Yeah,
I
there's a bunch of shit just
Pip,
fucking bouncing.
Pip,
from
we're
that
done.
area.
We're done.
I was also gonna say,
we get it?
I'm also 100%
Yeah, we got
blind too, and so I just imagine it's like I'm looking in their direction,
Looking through
but I'm
them.
looking right between the two of them, so they can't tell
Yeah.
which one I'm looking at.
You're fully
That's-
giving one of them the stink eye, but it's because you can't see. You have no idea where you're looking. However, it's okay because this other raccoon who had the rapier out is like, "What was that crash? Are we good? Did we get it? Did we get it?" It's like, "No, put your yogurt. Put the damn rapier away. No, we were bested." This little mouse that was going to jump at you earlier. Runs up and is like, okay, well, hey, gang, if we could have a team meeting, that was fucking dreadful what we did there. Let's, next time, let's actually try and hit the thing. Okay, well, I mean, I would love to argue with you and with the fact that we can, fucking Josh.
Josh.
Still looking where I think they are. They walked away.
I would love to argue with you and say that we did our fair share of the fight. However, I feel like that would be genuinely quite morally corrupt of us. So you get first dibs on the cut.
We
of
get
the,
all dibs. We call dibs. Do you not respect the sanctity of dibs?
Yeah.
You saw me shot the lightning, but this is dibs. Get out of here. Even though
I
I'm
think
not the
my
most
favorite
intimidating.
part is that you were the one person that wasn't intimidated.
Dibs.
Oh god, I mean, like, hey, gang, listen. We'll take the scraps. You beat us fair and square. Feel free to do it. You can take whatever you'd like, as long as it's not the whole thing. And then we will take the we'll have the little scraps. We don't have time to go and fight another beast. Not now. You're out of blindness.
I'm gonna grab the rope.
Oh!
You're out of blindness now. You're still spinning, and then you're like, ugh. And then everyone loses.
I feel like they've
everyone's
definitely
okay.
this conversation they've moved past, but I've been still staring in between where I think they've been.
I
so I'm like,
have-
ah.
I have a
Look
real specific question.
Of course.
With the Servine thing, my carrying capacity is doubled. If this creature is large, could I just fully pick it up while they're talking and walk away? My size
you
is
give me a-
medium.
Okay, give me a strength check with advantage.
Can I hop off? I was gonna say I'm gonna make sure I'm
Yeah.
not on.
Just to see if we can happily ever after take what you can carry, and you just pick up the
Strength.
whole fucking
I'm gonna
thing.
jump
A
off the top of
strength-
the
what is
mushroom,
it?
grab the rope,
Like,
and
just
just Mary
check?
Poppins pull
Thank
it
you.
down.
It's a 21.
I couldn't
Fucking
get down.
hell.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Rocket.
Okay,
Good,
so
good.
specifically, the squirrel is like, absolutely, take what you can carry, and then we'll take the rest. And
I
you
just want to fully pick it up above
what you
my
can-
head
Yeah.
and look at the because she didn't want to fight them. She's gonna lift it above her head and just, you shouldn't attack people, and then walk away, carrying the whole thing.
Only the one that attacked.
That's
Rocket's
fair,
gonna
that's
just do
fair.
it.
Yeah, we
That's
attacked them.
Only the one
He
that attacked.
instructed
Tried.
that like they like I don't know.
Take care of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, she heard the
sketchy.
take care of them thing, and so she was like, no, we're done here. So she picks it up and walks.
Hello, Pip. Very
They're
nice to
left-
meet you.
And they, yes, it's nice to meet you too.
Pip,
My
we're
name
leaving.
is Caw.
Hello,
Aw.
Call.
Oh my
Call.
God.
Caw. This is the squirrel saying so. I was raised by birds, so they input their language on me. Anyway, feel free to-
Fascinating.
In
Wonderful.
bird folk,
very-
I say something instantly and just go, really?
Yeah. Why?
Okay.
You got a
Respect.
problem? We can go,
Respect.
if
And I
you
pat
want.
him on his shoulder. I know.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, neat. No. You just seemed very. It's fine.
He's intense.
Anyway,
We're good.
you guys have been
Um,
cool. Just remember, dibs next time. If we call dibs, just
I
save
know,
yourself
I know.
some
It's-
trouble. Leave.
It,
Just get out of
it
there.
is. Yeah. Okay, gang. Right. So we need to find someone really quick.
these
The mouse turns to the others.
Just like
As you all
little
walk
one.
off, you enter back through the portal. The heavy like stench of the swamp poof, immediately leaves, and it's back, and it's filled with baked goods and sweets, and you sit down at your table as the third and main part of the competition begins. And we're going to take a break there.
Yay!
That's a good point.
Woo!
To take our break. Thank you all, beautiful people, so much. I've not held a break before, so this is very
Oh.
exciting for me.
Oh yeah.
Under the break.
There's so much stuff that happens. Like a
Honestly,
break.
Yeah, we go
It's
make
insane.
sure to enter the giveaway,
Mhm.
and then we go. We'll be back in 10 minutes,
Back in
And then
10 minutes.
I
and then you
take the
find
cue
button to
to-
do.
This is the cue point.
and then
the
I
thing.
and then everybody
And
waves.
Josh, to you,
Wow,
we go-
we'll
we
be back
wave.
in 10.
Bye.
Be back in
See you
10.
10.
We're live.
That works though. I'll allow that. I allow it.
What's my name again?
Are we back? You haven't announced if
We're
back.
live.
We're live. We're live.
This is not sexy.
Hello,
so sorry.
everyone.
I apologize
He
for
did,
Josh.
he did the bit without knowing the bit. That's the best thing ever.
Hello, everyone. We're back.
Hello, the beautiful souls. Thank you so much for rejoining us. We are back in our little Humblewood cookery competition set in the Haberdashery Forest. Our 4 brave cooks, they have gone into the mushroom swamp. They have planned their dish. They're going to try and go for a sweet and spicy mix. They went into the mushroom swamp. They were able to fell a great king mushroom. They have now dragged it back just in time for the third part of this competition, which is the cooking section. This cooking section is going to be a series of skill checks. Our beautiful players are going to tell us how they prepare food. What are they doing? Are they like, oh, I want to cook this bit. I would like to season this. I would like to boil this out. They're going to describe to me what they do, and we're going to try and make a little skill challenge. Each of these skill checks have a point score. We're going to have 5 of them in total. If they succeed on all 5, they get the full 10 points, as it is 2 points per past skill check. I will say that during the break, because you previously discussed it, that you would like to pick up something from the one of the other gates, which was the Petal Blossom Gardens. Is that correct?
We mentioned it. I don't know what
Mentioned it.
is at our table. Do we have
we
anything
have
at our
access.
table?
Yeah,
At your
if we need to
table
grab
is
some
just
sweet
some
stuff.
basic
Let's grab some sweet petals,
spices.
if we can.
Yeah, some basic spices. So, as well as some cutlery things, it is essentially all foraged and gathered by you. So
Okay.
you've picked up that
Need
you
more
have
sticks.
a whole mushroom king when other people have like just slithers and cuts of different things on their tables. You come in hauling a king of the forest. And then you throw it to the side of your table, and there's a lot of people like, oh, fuck, we have to compete with that shit.
Nobody touch it. We're going to the flower petal place.
Should we
I
perhaps?
like how everybody tells me I'm intense.
Should we perhaps? So I was thinking, I'm going to try something, and perhaps I could identify the best cuts of this thing, while you guys go get some flower petals, maybe. Maybe
Sure.
Wilson, would you like to help me,
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm really good at looking at things.
or do we
I'll
want to?
take Sprocket.
You got Sprocket? Is that
Good
working?
plan. Let's go.
Is it- okay.
Okay.
We're gonna split the party.
I'm
Beautiful.
Wonderful
We love that
idea.
shit. Okay, so we have 2 of our party staying here trying to prep and cut the Mushroom King, and then we have the other 2 going off into the Petal Blossom Fields. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. We love that. We are going to let's do the Petal Blossom Fields first. So you go through this portal again. There is this thick film that you pass. However, the smell that comes out on the other end, it actually isn't too dissimilar. As just off in the distance, you can still see the city of Petal Blossom as its Titan Sakura tree is still like reigning above you. You're actually not that far out. The smells of baked goods, it still lingers in the air. However, this is a far more sweeter scent, as there are flowers all gathered all around you. However, you also smell the slight tinge of honey on the air. I'll just take it over to the 2 of you that have gone through into the Petal Blossom Fields.
All right. This place smells a lot better than the swamp. Not gonna lie.
It's much nicer. What do we want?
I'm thinking if we use some of the poison, not to kill the judges, but to make it spicy, and mix it with maybe some honey and some honey petals, we can make like a spicy jelly.
What
Put
are
that onto something?
honey petals? Are you
Well,
familiar with plants?
it's when you take the plant petals and you mix it with honey. They just happen to be. It's coincidentally named the honey petals because that's where it is.
Okay.
I mean, I can show you, but feel free if you want to take the lead on this one.
That's a great.
That is A-okay.
Okay, so maybe we look for peppers in case we can't,
peppers.
We don't want to accidentally almost kill anyone. And then
Absolutely.
I do think honey's a good idea for like the sweet thing. Maybe we could use it to make a sauce.
Yeah, I ran out healing Pip back in the field.
Oh,
So I need
that's
to find
not
some
good.
more.
So we definitely need to find that. So, I want to look for like some sort of like pepper or like anything like that, like a plant that's like that, and then I want to, after that, go look for honey. I think.
Beautiful.
But...
So yes, this is a 4-hour ranger. This is more of an open field. So I don't know if you have just like Greenlands.
No, I had forest because I was like, I feel like we're in a forest, but the whole
I'm so
overarching
sorry.
thing
That is literally 90% of this place.
We're in the 10% that it's not.
We're in the 10%. You've hit the
I'm
2
fine with that. We've been fine regardless. I'm still proficient with like investigation.
Because of druid abilities, I'm going to let you roll with advantage to look for certain plants. And also, Sprocket, if you would like to also be looking for some things, tracking and all that jazz, I'll give you advantage on a survival tracking roll to see if you can be like, oh, well, this is kind of over here. Or a nature.
Yeah.
Either one is
so
fine.
What is my
surprisingly
roll?
not better.
You can do a nature check.
Okay.
Nature check for me.
I'll do survival and I'll look for signs of any trees with like honey or other things we can add for maybe like garnish.
Hell yeah.
That would help.
I just want you all to know I am using the bees sound effect right now because I know you can't
good.
hear it.
Thank you so much.
Because it's Matt,
This
and this is where it belongs.
is my fucking legacy. I think every game I've been in, there has been the bee sound effect. Thank you so
Always
much.
bees, Matt. For
Thank you
you,
so much.
every time.
Only bees.
Only bees.
Only bees.
So sorry,
Only
Parker.
bees.
What did you roll?
Oh, 17.
17. Love that. Matt, what'd you roll, babe?
A solid 10.
Nice.
With advantage?
Oh, I had advantage on that?
You have advantage. Yeah. Just
now I do.
because ranger stuff. You
17.
no searching.
Good.
17. Oh,
Yes.
17s. We love that.
Good deal.
So I'll let you're able to you're able to find a lot of sweet plants that you can use in cooking. You find some roses if you'd like to use that, as well as just some general petals and flowers that would work. And Sprocket, as you are doing just some tracking, looking for trees, you spot a sign that says honey fields, and you follow the sign. And the smell of this sweet scent gets stronger and stronger until you come across. Actually, I will actually move us. We're not gonna. Obviously, it's a little different. But you
my
come
God.
to this.
They're back.
However,
They're middle trying to get their thing to cook with.
I'll just get panicked instantly.
they this time it's a little different, as there is a mound of honey which has sunk into the ground. You see these blackened, dead bees. Bees now are pretty big here, as they are all like these blackened dead bees, which are all soaked in this honey. These three are not there, and
Okay.
but there is a another pigeon, another raccoon. I like raccoons, and another deer is there. This deer, she spots you coming, and she brushes off her some dirt on her. She's like, "Keep doing that, dear. Don't worry." You see that the pigeon and the raccoon are kind of mounding dirt inside of this like large honey pile, seeming to just like waste it. The deer walks over to you. "Hello, dear. Hi. How are you doing?"
Hey, doing good. You guys are putting
Great.
some dirt on that honey. Why?
Well, we We slayed this beast, and unfortunately we couldn't carry all of it ourselves, so we took what we needed.
Would you like help?
Yeah, we can easily help. I mean, she can easily help.
To take it back or to
help you carry it if you...
Oh, no, we're quite okay with carrying. We're just making sure that nobody comes in and just, grabs our hard work. You understand? There are other hives around if you'd like to just grab some honey from there. The honey is not as sweet and as good as...
This is a very funny question just because I read the lore. Does this deer have antlers?
This deer doesn't have antlers, no.
Okay.
Flex.
Okay.
All right, what was that?
Got ghost antlers too. Let's go.
Can you remind me, because I don't know how you would like me to pronounce the god that the Servine worship that gives them their antlers?
Let us check in
think it's
today's
like
episode
Carrot?
of Parker
it's right
knows
next to
more
the
of the lore
Josh
than Matt does.
I think it's carrot. That's on 65. The page.
This is ridiculous.
You know what
Parker.
absolutely sucks? You know what absolutely sucks?
Parker, I love you.
She's
the numbers?
right.
It's on 65.
It's not on 65. It's on
is it not?
63, you fucking
Oh.
casual.
No! Sorry.
Get dunked on.
Fucking casual.
Is it different in the PDF? Probably.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is also a tiny little bit of homebrew involved in this as well.
Okay.
There are 3 major gods. Now, these major gods are called the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. They preside over all of the haberdashery. However, they did give birth to these other smaller gods. This
Kareth. Okay. And that's still canonically the ones that the Servine all.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say these things, and I immediately go back to the intro sequence where you were talking
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
and now my mind is spinning with world lore.
Oh, that's interesting.
You cheeky bugger.
Yeah, the 3 people. Yeah, okay. I am also thinking about that. She will look like past this deer, and then she will just sort of stand even taller and incline her head a little bit to where her antlers are forward, and just... Kareth would be disappointed in you.
I'm gonna shoot this straight. I fucking love this shit. This is such a fucking power move. Oh god, this is so sick. But I still do want some roll because this lady is quite proper.
Fair.
I would like you to roll me. Okay. We're gonna talk about some arguments here now.
Okay.
So you are using the fact that that Kareth has given you horns, which is why you have horns, correct? And you're trying to flex that over her. This woman standing in front of you.
A little bit, yeah. She's essentially
Are you doing it to
implying...
intimidate? Or are you doing to be like be reasonable? We both know.
I think
are you manipulating or are you trying to intimidate?
I don't think it's intimidation. I think Islet's a little too dumb for that sometimes. I don't think she realizes how intimidating she is. I think she's literally stating a fact. She thinks like you're being a bitch. But it's her way of saying you're being a bitch.
Okay, I fully love this shit. I would like you to roll me... It's so weird to me that you have an animal handling check. I have noticed that you have animal handling. You know what? Let's roll. So
That's funny. I am a people person.
You know what? Let's fucking go. Can you roll me an animal handling check, and can you add your Constitution modifier to it?
Constitution modifier to it?
Yes, I would like. It's like an animal handling plus Constitution, just because the horns, the atmosphere that you are giving is a strong, in place atmosphere.
Okay.
Here,
that is...
this is my moment.
Oh wow. Okay. That's a 14 on the dice, plus 5 for animal handling, which is 19, plus 3 for constitution. So 20.
This is, yeah. So, Sprocket, you know, dear, like the haberdashery is a very it's a very big melting pot. All different people are all everywhere. You don't quite get the sentiment that's being given, but you can definitely understand the immediate withdrawal that this other deer feels as you is essentially like, you know, in God's eyes, you're not worthy, right? And they is essentially the words that you did, to paraphrase, and they immediately withdraw into themselves, and they're like, don't worry about that. We'll let our friends take a small amount.
That's so kind. I'm gonna go start to grab that for you. I'm just gonna walk over and start to scoop up some honey.
Fuck
Yeah. She just lets him go and continues to look at her as if this conversation is in her court now.
You go over. There is just a very neat, unmarred little bit of thing of honey there. Where the pigeon gathers some up into a small jar, and then there you go. And off.
Thank you. I'll reach my hand in like I was gonna start to scoop some honey myself with my hand. So I have some honey on my hand, and I'm like, oh, well, you put it in a jar, thanks. And I brush it on my side. I pull my hand back up, and I have flower petals on my hand. I'm like, see, the honey petals. That's how you get them. It's just they're on you there. And they harden up, and you just eat them. They're snacks. They're really good. You can try some on the way back. You want one? I'll talk to the bird. The raccoon's like, guys, no?
Raccoon is like, oh yes, I'd love some. Yes, please.
See, this guy
Thank you so
gets
much.
it.
This is great. Thank you so much. Oh, this is nice.
This red panda does
Looks over to the deer, and then the deer like looks back as like a stop it. Like, oh, yeah, sorry.
Great. And she will kind of look over and be like, and see that Sprocket has like gotten stuff and come back, like has gotten what they wanted.
Yeah.
And just for my clarification, when I did my thing earlier, did I find peppers that I was looking for, or no? That was just me trying to
Yes. Sorry. Yes, you did.
No, you're
yes,
good.
you did.
I just wanted to make sure that I actually like did the thing, because before she makes the dramatic exit that I want.
Oh, absolutely.
So once Sprocket is back with her, I would like just essentially for Islet to look at her again. And again, she's looking at her, and then I am going to bonus action rage silently. But literally just for aesthetic purposes, because I just want my ancestral spirit to appear.
Fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
Essentially,
Parker
so
literally just
as we're
Parker went,
as we're leaving, essentially,
The
I just
gods wanted me
want
here.
as we're leaving, essentially, I'm just druid crafting the flowers in my hair to bloom more, and like on my antlers bloom
Oh
more,
my
and
God.
leaving a shadow like ancestral version of myself standing there until we're out.
Fucking amazing. As I'm pretty sure, as I believe that Gaslight and Girl Boss leave.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Bitch doesn't even have antlers. Like, come on.
Girl boss right here.
We're going to
Wow.
cut back to our cooking competition. So, gamers, I will say that you're quite right to say that you want to carve off pieces. However, the carving off of a piece of the thing that you have felled doesn't count toward the skill check. This is going to be a skill check, but it's how good the cut is that you're getting.
I would like
so
to.
this is.
I'd like to try something here, and you can
I'd
tell
love for
me
you to do that.
to get Shrek'd if you'd like to. The spell identify says you can choose one object, not item, but object, aka Mushroom King Corpse, to
Okay.
touch through the casting of the spell. If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object,
I'm gonna stop you right here.
yeah.
100%. I love this shit.
Thank you.
Hey,
I
before
want
you're
to
done,
identify the
grade
most.
5 Wagyu mushroom.
Yeah, I
steak.
want to
Wow,
use
yeah,
my
dude.
identify spell as an artificer to target the most potent and tasty bits of this mushroom king, if I can.
Fuck yeah.
And if
Give
they're
me-
fucking poison, don't care, because we're gonna deal with that later.
We're gonna do it later, mate.
Those tasty
Get
bits.
the most poison part to cure it, just to flex on him.
Yeah.
Give me, give me. Let's go with an Arcana check
Arcana.
with advantage. It is an extremely low DC.
Roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. Don't roll.
Let's go 7.
Okay, well, I did actually roll really low. Thank God for the DC. 8. That's a 10.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
That's no trouble. That's no trouble. That's no trouble.
The way
Yeah. So
for flavor, Pip just walks up and just starts to kind of like goes and just like rams his hands into the thing and starts feeling around inside it. Like there's no magic involved. He's just like squishing things. He like pulls the heart out,
100%.
like,
throws it
You see
over his
Wilson-
shoulder.
You see, as that happens, Wilson's looking at the portal as you all step through, and it's like, I feel like I should have gone with them.
Wilson, come here. I need you to hold this. Please.
I don't. What is that?
Wilson just looks at himself like, I feel like they needed a gatekeep, but they only got a gaslight and a girl boss. With it.
I'm so sorry, Adam. I'm so sorry.
No, it's.
This is
All
called
right.
a gallbladder. Here, Wilson, hold this.
I don't. Why do I have to hold it?
And just pay close attention to it. It might explode. And he
That's
like
not
pulls it
any-
open, and his head
What?
goes into the thing. Like there's
Fucking
just
incredible.
sticking out of
He
the
takes
end.
the shield off his back, puts it down on the
Talking
table,
inside-
puts the shield on.
There is. How do you cast Identify? Is this it?
This
You cast
is-
Identify, babe?
There is no magic with this dude. It is
Fucking love
all
it,
mad
It's
gamer
science.
skill.
science.
All
just,
mad science.
Yeah, to the bit. So you, as you're going around and like feeling inside of it, you're trying to think of where the best bit would be. You figure it would be in the cap. You open up the cap and you find a piece, quite a large chunk, which has been like perfectly, like it was set on fire a little bit. It's been tenderized a tad by sprockets standing on it and like kicking its fucking head. Yeah, it's great. You find like a beautiful, perfect piece that just would be great. And I'm
My boot print on it.
It's definitely Mark.
yeah, a tiny little bit.
He used his 15 feet burrow speed to burrow to it, and has just completely disappeared inside the monster.
Absolutely diabolically hideous.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
atrocious. And eventually, like, he pops his head back out with this thing in his hand and goes, "Hey, Wilson, look what I found!" Squeezes
I
it.
don't know what that is.
I don't either, but it looks tasty.
That's
And you know what? That's it. That is going to be that's the full bit. You've got the best cut that you could possibly get from this Mushroom King. At this point, through the portal, you get your pals. All four of you back together.
I offered them flower petals, and some of them accepted it, but the bird didn't seem like they wanted it. But the raccoon knew what he was talking about. But we're
I
back.
think
he
that
fully burrowed into the thing.
I'm still
And-
inside it.
Oh god.
It's just his head.
Walk over to Wilson. You want a honey petal?
we got
Yeah.
on my
honey
hands.
and
He just picks it off your hand and starts eating it.
we got honey
God, I
and,
love honey
and
petals.
peppers and
I
roses.
think we're gonna do a pepper jelly.
That
Or
would
something.
be a good idea.
I don't know.
Classic Wilson and
Also-
Pip antics occurred.
I don't.
This happens all the
Do you want me to-
time.
Okay.
Should
All
I
the time.
tenderize this more? I
I
could do
forgot
Yes.
that.
about.
Yes!
I
Yes!
forgot about.
Uh,
Hey, what? Absolutely.
Sorry.
With that, should I tenderize this more? We're going to move into the cooking portion of this. And this is going to be 5 skill checks. I'm going to ask for 1 each, and then we're going to have a spicy little group one right at the end. Now, these things, they're worth 2 points each. We are together we're not together going to decide the DC. We're together going to figure out what you're doing. I'll decide the DC. These things can be cutting, seasoning, boiling, plating. You can mess with other chefs, but if you open up that window, other chefs will start to fuck with you as well.
That's fair.
Each of them are worth 2 points.
like this.
And yes, fantastic. So we're actually going to go with tenderizing as our first. So we're going to be tenderizing this.
Mhm.
We're going to be tenderizing this mushroom cap. How are we doing that? What are we up to?
So I imagine since it's like the cap, it has that concave So Wilson's gonna take his shield and like clean it really quick, and like put the shield in the concave, and basically use that to like rock the whole thing and like kind of pick it up
hell
and
yeah.
be able to hit it, so he's able to hit it at all the different angles and like literally like kind of tenderize the whole thing but keep its shape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's brilliant. I love that. I tell you what, can you give me a... Let's go with an attack. Let's go with a straight attack, since you're using your shield.
Okay.
And you're using like the weaponry that you know and all this jazz, and it is tenderizing, so it is technically a lot of hitting.
Let's go with that.
Let's go with DC. Let's start off simple. DC 10. Just a basic attack.
Do I add anything to the attack? Because I don't have like a shield bash or anything like that.
Yeah, you can add your proficiency modifier. Although you don't know, like just a straight physical attack.
Like an unarmed strike thing?
Yeah, let's go for that. That makes sense to me. Let's go with that.
Gotcha. And you said DC 10?
Yep.
Let's hope. I rolled a 19 plus 4.
That is fucking amazing. That is absolutely incredible. This is beautifully tenderized. It is perfect. It is. You have like you know for a fact. You've fought in a lot of battles. It seems weird to think about the battles that you fought with you thinking you have tenderized things before, but as you're doing it, you're like, I've definitely tenderized shit before. I've hit people so hard with this shield that they are, you don't try to think about it too much as you're
internally.
I feel like 100% as Wilson's doing this, there's just this weird monologue that you all hear him just going, and he's like, have I done this before? This is too easy. I think I've tenderized before. Is this all cooking is? This is easy. I don't... It just keeps going the entire time.
Been the best chef in the world, and I didn't even know it.
Did we tell him that he did that to a person like 5 days ago?
I think that you should... I don't think he's ready for that
Guys,
conversation.
cooking is easy.
You're doing great!
I don't think that that's a good idea.
That's fair.
Punches the back
Okay,
of the shield.
Yeah. Ogadus Gamers, next bit up. Any ideas of what people like to do?
Have an idea.
Okay.
And I don't know if it will be like I do something and then somebody else does something kind of skill check. But what I want to do is I'm going to take what Dankel said, which was a very good idea, and do like a pepper jelly sort of glaze thing. But what I want to do is I want to make for each one a very specific one. So like a hot, like mild, and then a sweet one for each different judge, depending on their like
Interesting.
their thing. Because one of them really liked sweets, and then the mild one will be the vegetarian, and then the
hot,
rooster liked the spicy one.
Fuck,
This is me
dude.
trying to,
So,
bend reality
depending-
to help with this. Could I use pass without a trace to where I can hide the other flavors they don't like?
Oh my god.
Just taste like what they want.
I was just gonna cut different parts of the pepper, but okay.
That makes it so much easier. We just make 3 of the same thing. It has all
Oh
3
my God.
flavors. And
There
then we
is
hide the
some-
flavors we don't want. Then the
Wow. Listen, hey gamers, I fucking love shenanigans, but casting Pass Without Trace on flavors. Alright. You know what?
I played Cooking Mama. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. Okay. I'm allowing that. I'm not allowing the plus 10.
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't know
Addition
what
of the
that.
roll.
Yeah, no, I was just doing that for the hiding part. We're not the. Yeah, I don't know what that.
Right, so this is going to... Since we're making 3 separate jellies, with 3 different flavor palettes, this is going to be on the higher end of DC. I'm going to say this is DC 15.
Okay.
We helping anyone?
I'm going to allow a... Okay.
Stealth
Matt, you can decide here.
Okay.
We can give a +2 to the roll, or you can give advantage.
Is it a specific?
What kind of check is
What
it
kind of
for
check?
me? Is it just a roll?
Okay. Let us
This is some pro DMing.
Let us figure this
You're
out.
killing
This is
it.
so
like,
good.
Figuring
Yeah,
out the
so
skill
good.
checks for this shit
Oh
is
my
God,
gosh.
this is so good.
And
For
thank you for just
shenanigans.
even humoring the thought of the past without a trace. I was grasping for
Listen,
next
of
level,
course.
man.
No. I fucking love the creativity. That's the shit I thrive for. Let us go with a survival check.
Okay.
And now,
Feel
the reason
confident?
why I'm thinking this is there's, like you're cooking on the road and there's survival with cooking and that kind of thing kind of breeds together. So it's a DC 15.
Okay.
DC 15 survival.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, what are we doing? Are we giving advantage or are we adding +2 to this?
I feel like advantage is pretty solid. Yeah, let's go with advantage.
Advantage. I'm
I feel
so
like I'm on
sorry.
a game
Someone in
show.
chat said "pass without a taste," and I think that's the
Pass
best
without
joke.
a
That's
taste.
it.
Yeah.
Pass
That
without a
belong-
taste.
That's
yup.
the best joke
Without
I've
a
ever
taste.
fucking heard. That is
You've
so
won
good.
chat,
So-
Cremaniacs.
Well done.
You
You pass.
All right.
Without a taste.
You monster!
That
That's sexy.
advantage was super important, Matt. Because I rolled a 1, and then I rolled a 12 plus 5, so 17.
Hell yes.
Gamers
Fuck
rise
yeah,
up.
that is incredible. That is a second tick.
Oh, good.
You've made 3 very, very good very good individual palatable jellies. Now we have Matt or Josh. This is the next stage of what we're doing.
I have a thing, Matt, if you're not ready yet.
Yeah, go for it.
We have yet to purify the meat, correct?
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I wasn't going to pick you up on that. I'm glad. I'm glad that you
Yep.
remembered.
As they're all doing this, Pip is shuffling around the room, like grabbing little glass beakers and hoses, and he starts like setting up this little alchemy set, because he's got the tools for the trade available to him.
Yes, of
and
course.
this is all flavor. He's going to use 2 spells to do this, but it's because science. He assembles this massive contraption that has all of these beakers set up to capture different essences of this piece of meat that has been beautifully tenderized by our wonderful friend Wilson. And he's going to set it on this little platform, and then he's going to stick a series of metal like pokers, like those turkey pokers, all over the meat. And then he's going to run a little copper wires from the end of each poker over to a lightning bug that he has. And then he's going to activate Thunderwave through the lightning bug to
Oh
run
my
an
God,
electrical
this is
current
so
through this
fucking
thing
elaborate.
and purify all of the negative essences out of this piece of meat into these beakers so that they can be used for later use.
Holy
Can I,
That's
Can
my
I-
attempt. 2 spell slots.
Josh,
You guys
would
ever watched
mind
the
me
beginning of
helping
Pee
you a
Wee's
little bit?
Yeah,
Playhouse,
please.
the movie, where he has like
Okay.
the Goldberg machine?
Yeah, it's a
And
real
he
Goldberg
says-
machine.
It's that.
What you got, Wilson? Give it to me.
Can I help out with this? Because I tenderized it. I have, I'm proficient in perception. Can I like point out the exact spots where like most of the juices are flowing so he knows where to put all the tubes?
I was just gonna offer to taste
I'm
test
gonna
the poison.
have you make me a perception
that for
check
you.
now.
Okay. You want to know the fun part about that too? I have advantage on perception checks.
Yeah.
Oh my
Boy.
god, so fucking sick.
Oh, that's cocked. Jesus. God. Okay, I'm not rolling that one. I have a big dice that I was trying to use as like a joke. It landed cocked each time on the wall. I rolled an 11 twice, so that's a 15.
Okay, grand. Yes, you successfully are able to help. Successfully able to help. The only reason I did that is because
Valid as hell.
skill challenge has been done, and I didn't want to give Josh
Valid
too
as
many
hell.
legs up.
That's fair.
Trying to give him all the
Okay,
legs.
Now
I want your
let's
bubble.
discuss. What are we thinking? You're using so much intelligence to do this that it's almost got to be an intelligence
It's
check.
got to be
right?
an intelligence check.
It's
yeah.
got to be an intelligence.
He kind of hits his little beetle and goes, okay, Tesla, this is you now. And he kind of starts to crackle.
Fucking
And
perfect.
he walks over to the meat. And
Yeah, let's go.
Josh, is this your
Let's
backup
go.
character for Brothos?
pretty much.
Oh my god.
God.
Can this be the backup character?
I love mad scientists, man.
I think it'd be great to have a normal, like,
Right.
human-sized party with this little penguin.
Let's make an intelligence check with advantage.
Yes. We're not using that dice because it betrays me constantly.
I am going. Okay, you know what? Because of how elaborate the 2 spell slots, the thought, and the everything, I want you to roll. I want you to add your proficiency to that. So that'll be a +5 instead of a +2.
Ooh,
One
you are the
advantage.
best.
Now, the thing is, I already have a DC here. It is 15 again.
Okay.
Because it is full poisoned and you cannot have anything else left in this.
Yeah,
so
kill
you get
someone.
+5. You get +5 because of the elaborate. You get advantage. And you need to beat DC 15.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Do it.
Okay. A 1 and a natural 20.
Right there.
Got
That is
you.
fucking incredible. That is so good.
That's
is
that
so good.
teamwork right there.
That's some
Makes the
teamwork.
dream work.
Listen.
Hell yeah.
Makes the
That's
dream
fucking
work.
brilliant.
Oh
That
my
is so
God.
good. Holy shit. Well done. Yeah, like flying colors. You not only. Okay. Hey, babe, I'd love you to add 5 vials of acid to your to your inventory as you perfectly are able to gather the shit.
Enemy chefs try and walk up to us. You just throw acid.
Throw acid at him.
Try to throw over the tent. Just.
This natural 20 seems to have infused the cap with like just something else. It just feels like that it's still juicy and it's tender and it's just a great mushroom cap. Okie doke. Struck it.
Well done, Wilson. Thank you.
I'm what we do.
I'm brainstorming. Okay, so I use my spell slot for Pass Without a Trace. So I'm thinking I have 3 first level spell slots left over. And I'm curious if I could try and imbue each of their plates that they're gonna have with like a cure wounds, so when they eat it, they'll just feel healthier after.
Oh,
And I can flavor that with like garnish. I can put the honey petals on the plate
I love
and
that.
other decorations and stuff.
You're fucking plating this shit, and it's
Just salt,
amazing.
babe.
Are
It's
we-
like
We're
that, but I
playing
have
it
honey
up.
on my hands, so it
You're
doesn't actually
Bobby
fall.
Flay the monk.
I gotta put them
oh
on
my god,
myself.
this is so good.
Honey petals that plate.
Okay.
I'll drop 3 spell slots if I could do it.
Love-
I'm wagering with you.
No, I love it. I love the use of cure wounds. So good. I love the fact you're plating. However, I would make the argument that plating is a charisma thing. You're making it look good, you know.
Performance.
And I'm looking at your character sheet right now, honey, and I know that you have a -1 in charisma.
Disadvantage
I'm
or something.
looking at your character sheet right
Oh
now.
man, I could do
Is
Hunter's
this-
Mark and be like a Maker's Mark.
I have like a very specific question because I know that it's for so like presentation is questions on the food, right? So this is our last time to like plate or anything.
We're plating. The next one after this is gonna be a group check
Okay.
where we all make a general, the in-betweens performance of you doing it.
Cool.
And then there is the presentation section after, but the presentation is one of the judges will ask you questions on your dish. Is essentially a RP skill challenge.
Oh god.
My charisma's
But
That's
sorry,
where we're gonna fail.
Parker, you wanted to do something?
Oh, I was just gonna, if he's plating, I was gonna offer to help by druid crafting, like whatever he's doing into like a really pretty like actual like on the plate. So like if he's putting like honey petals on it or whatever, she like makes like blooms of like sweet
Very
flowers
nice.
that are covered with honey, and like
Okay.
the honey part could be like his cure wounds, and like the like the actual plating of flowers and things is her helping.
I love that.
You helped me.
Are you instead of charisma perception so that I know it looks good?
Okay, so I was gonna say, because of the use of cure wounds, you can use wisdom. You know
Okay,
what?
I'm fine with that.
You know what?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, use wisdom with the help, because we have the druidcraft help.
Whoop.
This is difficult.
Oh god.
And I'm going to say this is difficult because of the -1 in charisma. And the performance of it, you're not sure about.
Yeah.
I'm going to say let's go with... Let's keep it easy. Let's go 15 again. We have
Okay.
15s throughout.
All right. So am I rolling charisma, but I add my wisdom? So it needs to be
No.
+2,
You're just
or-
going to roll wisdom.
Oh, okay.
You just roll wisdom with advantage. I'm only saying the DC, I'm going to say, is slightly higher because of
Gotcha.
the charisma.
All right. I'm scared, guys. Here we go.
Oh no, D&D Beyond, don't fuck us.
21.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah, dude, this shit looks fucking amazing. It's great.
Boy.
The honey perfectly it hardens and crystallizes just nice, and there's like the smoked the smoky nice mushroom underneath. It looks fucking phenomenal. The blooms of the flowers look great. Right. Is our last skill check. I'm gonna be honest, gang. You've been killing it so far. I love this shit. This is gonna be a general you can argue some bonuses, but this is going to be a general, the in-betweens. This is the reduction of the sauce and the cooking of the mushroom and all this jazz. This is what we're going to be doing. So I'd like everybody to. Everyone has fucking killed it so far. I would like everyone to roll just a straight d20, but with proficiency.
Okay.
Now this is going to be a group. I'm gonna say it's a 12 to everything else, just because of how just flawlessly you've been nailing it. You're clearly on the ball, to a point where it's intimidating to the other contestants. It's extremely good. So it's a DC 12. It's gonna be averaged.
Can I keep an eye
my
out?
brain does math well enough.
Can I keep an eye out so the other contestants don't try to mess with us? Because you said that was a possibility. And I just want to
a possibility.
Side eye
nice
a little bit just to make sure.
Wilson
While
just
he's
never
doing
took his
that.
eyes off the group that we fought.
Yeah.
Okay.
The entire time.
Yeah,
He-
I like that.
under eyes.
I'm still working on
Let's-
stuff in my head. Still
I'm
looking
switching.
one way.
I'm gonna switch yours for perception then.
Oh hell yeah! Okay.
Don't roll just with proficiency. Roll with perception.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
Because you're keeping an eye out, and I like
Do
that.
it-
I think.
do you
good.
want me
if
to
anyone
do-
else, by the way, has any arguments of just I think that this could work, or I would be doing this, and
Do you want me to do my advantage thing that I have? Because that's with the shield. That's why it's my item.
No.
Okay.
not with advantage, just on it,
Absolutely
just straight.
valid.
Could I use my brewer's supplies and proficiency to be working on the reduction?
Fuck, that is very good. That's extremely good, actually. You can get double proficiency with that if you have expertise in it.
I'm gonna cut straight. I rolled a 13 plus 3, 16. I'm fine. I'm not.
If you need anything, mate,
I'm
you're
not gonna
laughing,
try
bro.
anything else. I'm fine.
Chill.
My favorite shit.
I.
Okay, so that's a +6 for me.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
So you roll a 16 plus 8.
No, what? No, I rolled a 13 plus 3, so I got a 16.
I
Okay.
also
I don't
got
know
a
where that
16.
16.
She feels nervous, so can I cast guidance on myself?
Yeah. Yeah.
You said you didn't
I'll
pick
put it
good
in the
druid
chat.
spells. That's one of the best.
I'll put it in the chat. I just rolled a natural 20.
Oh my god.
I got a 21.
Beast! Yes!
This shit is you're
Wilson straight up stabs a guy.
this is actively one of, I think, the best dishes ever made. This shit is just so good. Holy shit.
We feel
Yeah,
so
that's it.
protected
I
by
fully-
Wilson that we do better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody
right?
comes close, you just hear the shield hit the ground. I'm like, no! This is heaven
Do
on
not
earth!
approach the counter.
Do not get close to the counter. Where's your sneeze guard?
You see the one of the judges, the Plinko Bramble, the hedgehog. She passes by the tent and she keeps an eye and she's looking and she is extremely impressed by what you're doing. Just a reminder, judges do give additional points based on how well you've done. You have probably gotten those additional points just from absolutely fucking nailing it so many
We're
times.
doing it.
Doing it, Peter. It's so good. Okay,
Tune in for our next one shot.
then there's a small a small horn. Everyone stops. Everyone stops playing. Now, if everyone would like to grab your dish, and we're going to go into the judges' hall. One of the three judges is going to come out and ask you a series of questions, and then they will try the dish, and then they will move the dish back, and then all the judges will try it, and then we'll present the findings and the winners to everyone. So you go back. The judges' hall is now curtained off in three different ways, and you wait in one hall. You put your your 3 dishes, as it were, on the table.
I've druid crafted their names in vines. Like they have their names on it,
Fucking
so
so good.
nobody
And they walk
tries
up
the
and
wrong
say,
one.
Judge, you now have dibs.
The attention to detail from this party.
Le dibs.
Yeah,
And
it's
dibs to
impeccable,
you.
if we're being
Dibs
honest.
to you, and also
And,
with you.
and also with you.
And also with you.
For my dibs, also with you.
So the way this is going to work is one of the 3 judges is going to ask you a question. This is essentially just a high stakes social encounter. You can roll charisma or performance, or you can do an insight to see what the type of answer that the judge is specifically looking for. And then on a beat, I'll tell you what type of answer the judge is looking for, and then you will present your answer, and depending on how just naturally thing. If you're like, oh, I don't want to do the whole performance thing, it's like, yeah, sure, let's roll for it. Anyway, you wait. The 3 judges come up to you. Himblekin, the rooster, steps forward. Hello there. Hi, how's it going? I'm going to be taking your I'm going to be doing your questions today. It'll only be 4, so it won't take very long. First things first. I would like you to just present the dish to me. And he kind of sits back and waits for your response.
May I take this one, folks? Please.
I
I don't want to do the talking.
I'm just like, you can have it, and I cast guidance.
I'm going to
Love that.
pull out another little insect, and I'm going to use one of my magical tinkerings. And this little cold beetle gets placed down, and it kind of begins to activate, like, what's the ice? Dry ice. And it casts this
Very
little
nice.
smoky effect out around the dishes. And then he'll take a second magical tinkering stone, which has a light effect to it, and he'll begin to make it strobe. And so, like, the whole surface of the tabletop has this dry ice
Nice.
smoke effect with, like, a strobing
Hell
light
yeah.
filtering through it. And the bugs start to crawl, so, like, the light darts through it. And I'm like, okay. And then he, like, steps back and gets out of the way.
He nods. He seems to have enjoyed that very much.
Oh, and he gives the name
So
of the
how
dish nervously and then backs off.
Brilliant. So how would you all say that this dish represents your party? You can absolutely roll and say.
Yeah, I feel like an insight on that.
That's a big insight.
Aha!
Oh, God.
I can.
Sprocket's
An 11.
High Raider.
So do we all have to do one of these individually, or is this something that we can
You can
do
all,
something?
yeah, this is more of just a social thing, so you can
Okay.
butt in and you can say stuff however you
Just
like.
gonna eat it
But
at the
the
last
insights
leg of
for
it.
just like looking for what feel the judge is going for is grand.
I got an
Got an 11?
11. Yeah.
Sprocket, what'd you get? Do you also roll
6.
insight?
Yeah,
6. Okay.
I'm gonna.
Focus on the lights.
We'll
We're
step
prepped.
forward to try and answer this. So I feel like the best way to explain how this is like our group is to talk about how different it can be. So you see that we've made these 3 different ones, and there are some of us that are more spicy, there are some of us that are more sweet, and there are some of us that are more in the middle sometimes. But most importantly, this is the best part of the challenge that we overcome, that we present to you, and we couldn't have done it by ourselves.
I posed in the background.
You post.
I'm facing the wrong
With
direction.
By the way, with the insight checks that you both got, you weren't quite able to discern his mannerism and his meaning from it. But he nods. Write something down in his little note. Okie dokes. So, how would you improve this if you made it again?
We'd make extras for others to have because it's so good.
I want to share this with as many people as possible.
We would like the world to try this, but alas, only you 3 can taste these delicacies.
There's a very
That we've
big
made.
smile on his face, and he nods like, Okay.
That is good.
All right.
That was so good.
All right.
That's so
Okay.
smooth.
All right.
There's that Seth Rogen slipping in there, my guy.
Right.
I just drank something. Oh god.
You amazing bean.
Oh god.
Okay. Last question. Tell me about the presentation. Why did you present your dish in this way?
Oh, that was a group effort, but there was a lot of, I think the reason that it was presented like this is to show kind of how everything really goes together. So I don't know if you know, but originally this actually is incredibly poisonous, and it makes it very hard to eat. And so we really wanted to balance that and how rich that is with how sweet the other things are. So honey and of course what I just learned are honey petals. They're very good. You can try them. Take a bite with it, without. It's very good. But we decided to plate it like this also so that you all would understand which one was completely yours, because we understand that you want to focus on the person eating and their particular tastes. So these are all slightly different based on what you like. I hope I
Fantastic.
spelled your names right.
No, you did. It's perfect. Thank you. Much appreciated. Well, thank you very much. We'll take this back and we'll get back to you with the results. Thank you so much. You all.
Salute. I
She turns.
100%.
Did I do good?
Salute.
Did I do good?
Salute.
I talk so
That's
much.
my dude right there. That's my
Yeah.
dude.
You both did so well.
You did well. Look at the fancy.
You all.
I've better get to
You all go back. There's a hour and a half that you're waiting around as the other people present, and then the dishes are read, and then the judges go back and they discuss a little. Then you all make your way to the main square. There is a large podium, crowds of people. There are fucking dogs, cats, birds. There are little lizards, pangolins, hedgehogs. There's all different types of humble folk. Oh, hi. All different types of humble folk. Apparently. And then the darkness swarmed.
And we're back to the beginning.
Yeah, that
again.
intro
We're
sequence
to
is
the
back.
beginning.
You don't have to go this way.
I want to try the delicacies. You will not
You
stop
will
me.
look into the face and see me. I'm ready. I'm ready to understand that. Anyway, continue.
There's large horn blare. Ba, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. The three judges
Insects
make
are
their
here?
way. Himblekin walks up.
Let's get out. What?
Thank you, everyone, for participating in the 51st Honeyleaf Festival. Everyone cheers. Now we have many, many more things to do and to show games to play. However, we are here right now to announce the winner of the 51st Honeyleaf Cookery Competition, known to forest-wide renown and the nice tune of 2,000 gold acorns. We have the top three here. In third place, with 18 points out of the possible 36, is Swampums. And people are like, yay, clap. And there's the you see that the deer, the hornless deer and the pigeon and the raccoon, they get up and they bow. They get a small little consolation prize, and they go stand in the corner. Second, with 22 points, is Team Thistlebrush. Everyone claps. Everyone claps. The squirrel, raccoon, and the mouse, they all get up and they bow. They get their other little
Oh, they
consolation
found
prize.
something.
Arch rivals. Let's see.
What did they make?
And in first, with a remarkable 28 points, is we have Team Bristlebrush. Team Bristlebrush, if you'd like all to get up and people cheer for you four as you go up on stage. Himmelkind bows to you slightly. They made an absolutely phenomenal sweet and sour mushroom dish made with the Mushroom King with a beautiful jelly reduction. Here is your prize, and they give you a sack, I guess, of 2,000 gold acorns, which is the currency here, just these little gold plates. The crowd cheers for you. They uproar in wonderful applause. You give your bows, and you are known throughout the forest as some of the greatest chefs the forest has ever known. And that is where we're going to leave our little adventure.
We won!
Thank you.
We did it!
You won by a kind of miraculous victory, I'll be honest. 22 was like pretty fucking high on the list, and I was like, well, I doubt they're going to do it. And then you managed to kill every single turning point of that. Honestly, absolutely phenomenal. Oh, also, congratulations on being the one-shot. It's a one-shot. You all go up to level 20.
Oh!
I can fly!
You all get to level 20. Congratulations,
fly
everyone.
now.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Yeah, you can fly now. You get a special fly. You finally made it. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for my wonderful crew.
Thank you.
Would we like to? Oh, it's an absolute honor. Would we like to do announcements, or would we like to do socials first? How would we like to?
Let's do socials. Let's do those socials
first.
Little socials.
Socials.
Well, thank you guys so fucking much for joining me. I had an absolute blast. I've been wanting to play a Humblewood game for the longest time. The two things that we used today, we used Humblewood, which is a D&D supplement, which adds in a bunch of races, some classes. It's a whole campaign setting, which it all takes place inside of the Humblewood Forest. And we also used a Dragon Stew, which adds in some of these cookery rules. They're a bit more complex. It adds in a separate cookery class, but obviously since it's a one-shot, we didn't have time to do that. However, I reduced it. I took it and I made a little reduction just perfect for this one shot. They are both phenomenal. They're both. Thank you. That's so sexy, dude.
Oh, I gotta go. We should
go.
Supplements.
Stream's over. See you guys later.
I recommend you guys get them. My name is Matt, or Captain Krail. I'm here often. I'm also on Twitch. I stream Monday to Thursdays with a lot of goofs, TTRPG talk, play a lot of games. It's a fucking great time. We have an absolutely wonderful community, and I'd love to see you there. Yeah, that's Captain Krail.
And Realms Apart too also do.
I also I'm also on a D&D podcast called Realms Apart, which I always forget whenever I'm here. I'm in a D&D podcast called Realms Apart, edited by wonderful Momo O'Brien. It's literally who's who of like incredible LARP and TTRPG creators. And it's great. It's a fucking good time. I would absolutely recommend going to do that. Okie dokes. Next. We were like Adam. We want to go same order we did before?
Sure. Hi, I'm Adam. I'm also known everywhere as Mr. Adup. That's MRADDUP. You can find me over on the Clock app. You can find me on the Twitters, and you can find me literally anywhere under that. I don't know why I started listing. I said it like 3 times. You can find me anywhere under that name. I do cosplay. I do all that. I'm also going to restart my Twitch pretty soon, so that's a thing that's happening. Ooh. And you can find me here every single Saturday on Conundrum Company, where I play everybody's worst nightmare, Zalkrian.
You mean?
But yeah,
Dream Boy.
Not really. We all know who Zal is. Next up, that's you, Matt.
Oh, hey, I'm Matt, aka Dinkles. I make words that rhyme and post them on TikTok and Twitter. People seem to like them. That's kind of neat. But you can find me there on Twitter at Matt Dinkins, or on TikTok at Dinkles, or like YouTube. The other things, those are their websites. But otherwise, I make songs. And if you want to like recommend songs, I'll figure stuff out. I'll maybe make them, maybe not. I got to figure out how music works, and then I'll do it. So just do me recommendations, and I'll read them for sure. Go ahead, Parker.
Hi, I'm Parker Bliss on all forms of social media. I'm a comfort variety streamer here on Twitch, but most importantly, I am one of the innkeepers here. You can find me every Saturday on Conundrum Company, where I have a wonderful DM. Josh, you're up.
Hey, that's me! What a fucking segue that I ruined. Oh my god, thank you guys. I'm Josh, aka the Governor. I'm also an innkeeper with the incomparable Parker and Mr. Chickadance here at the Welcome Inn. Play a lot of D&D off the rails on Fridays.
How about that? That's me too.
Yeah, with Matt. and Conundrum Company with Adam
do
and
stuff.
Parker. And all the other things we do here. And then, of course, I am at the Governor. If you want some sexy D&D content over on
Sexy D&D
TikTok,
content,
gotta
dude.
go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
I still gotta go.
Yeah, it's
boy.
there
In fact,
for
I
you guys.
must have
So
scummed.
go check it out. And that's me. But before I pass it over to do some announcements and some special giveaway draws, I just want to applaud our dungeon master. Chat, can we please
Yes.
get hearts and
Yeah,
love for
like
the
everything.
incomparable?
And if you're
Toss some
Captain
bees in
Trails, peas.
Oh, yes,
Yes,
the
Please.
peas,
for people who are subscribed to me.
And please
Hello-
follow
Thank
him.
you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was an honor. It was an honor being able to DM for y'all. I
It
appreciate
was so much fun.
So good.
Legitimately.
So good.
Thank you.
Now,
Oh, so
Parker,
good.
executive decision, do we do announcements or do we draw the giveaway?
We make them wait for the giveaway.
Announcements it is!
People can
People know
yeah,
who
now
won the
people can
announcement.
last
This is your
minute
last
enter.
chance to get in the
Yeah.
giveaway.
Get
You
in
got
there.
it.
You've just
Last
seen
chance
me
it.
just post it, so I can join.
Get,
Hashtag 10K, my friends, to get in on that giveaway.
Hashtag 10K.
you
do
got
it.
it. You got it.
Okay, now, my friends, none of this could happen without our fantastic partners, the first of whom is Soundtail. Brings all that ambiance, brings the bees to any Crail game that we need it for. Soundtail is very good.
All
You
the
can get a
bees.
copy for and bees and peas for
the
yourselves. The link is in chat. Very good app. We love it. They've been with us since the beginning. Highly, highly appreciate them. Of course, our second partner, Arcane Anthems, makes all those amazing intro songs we use for our shows, but also a bunch of free D&D music that you can use. If you go over to Patreon, just sign in. You don't need to like pay or anything. You can get a bunch of free music. Grab yourself some of that to use at your tabletop. It's very good stuff. Parker, what do you got?
I'm here to remind you guys that we are affiliated with Found Familiar Coffee, so if you'd like 10% off of your D&D inspired coffee, you can use the code in chat. And then I'll just round it out before our giveaway. I'd like to say thank you to our mods. So thanks, guys. We
y'all.
couldn't
Seriously,
do what we
beautiful
do
mods.
without you guys. You've been doing the commands for the giveaway the whole time, so I appreciate it. But yeah, I think it's giveaway time.
Okay, here we go. Can I get a drum roll, my friends?
Let's get a Soundtail B roll.
Okay,
B-roll.
let's get the-
B-roll.
Oh,
Hey.
B-roll. That's a
Hard
good
B-roll.
time.
Nice.
Oh, here we go. Here's some bees. Bees are. I'm
I wish
pressing
I
it
could hear-
along.
oh.
Okay, here comes some bees, and we're drawing. Lucius Hall is the winner of our giveaway.
Woo!
Congratulations,
Congratulations, bud.
Jake, my friend.
Good job.
So hopefully you're in
Fantastic.
chat. Give us a
Congrats.
holler if you are. If not, we will be following up with you shortly. And Parker, what is he winning?
He's winning stickers, this wonderful dice zipper pouch, this wonderful from our sponsor, metal D100 from Skull Splitter Dice, and then also, as soon as I get his size, a wonderful twee hoodie from our store. Make sure to check out the merch store, everybody. There's some
Actually
really cool
amazing.
stuff. So yeah,
So
thanks
good.
for 10K, guys, and
Thank you.
congrats, Jake.
Oh, thank you, audience. And that's it for us. Again, thank you to our players and DMs. We'll see you here tomorrow for a very cool Highlight Heroes. Parker and I are going to interview Mindari. Bye!
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Bye, guys.
Hi, y'all.
people.
Also, my friends, for a raid, we've got some cool friends. We're just going to see who's still live. We've got Commune, we've got Faye, Fiends, and friends, some good folks who we love and adore. So stay with us just a few seconds here while we get that queued up.